Hello, everybody. Welcome. Today, we're going to be doing some Dungeons and Dragons. So it's going to be a lot more of a chill stream. Alerts are going to be off. I won't be talking to chat barely at all. But please interact with me. Interact with the story. But I'm going to be concentrating. You know what I mean? Doing all that kind of stuff. Concentrating on the storyline. All that kind of stuff. But it's just a live little treat, Usually we do this off stream, but we thought we'd do it on stream, Yeah. If you haven't watched Dungeons and Dragons, highly recommend doing it on the All In channel. We did a lot of that. But yeah, man. Today we got Loserfruit. We got BazzaGazza, me. We got Dave, the Dungeon Master again. We got a very special guest as well. Very special guest. All right, let's jump into it.
How you doing?
He said 8:08.
Hello. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little late.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Added everyone to the squad stream.
Oh, yes.
Thank you very much.
Squad stream.
Sweet.
Excited.
Yeah, I see you there,
Oh my god, your sick voice is so deep and rugged, Baz.
It's really not even. I mean, I can't tell.
Oh
but...
wow, it's making my eyes water.
Okay.
You've been bedbound, Bazza, for a few days, haven't you?
I'm gonna tie it into the role play somehow that I'm
Yes.
sick. So I'll tell you the story of how Yuck got sick soon. Thank you.
He's got it all
Oh,
planned,
no.
thank you, Dave.
Oh,
Thank
no.
you.
Yeah,
Please.
trust me, it's part of the story. It's part
Oh,
of the
no.
narrative. Yeah.
You need some.
You're not
honey
blaming
lemon
anyone,
tea.
are you?
No, I'm not
No.
blaming Marcus if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, it did it, Baz. I was like,
If
it was
that's
Marcus.
what-
They were like, no, it wasn't.
Marcus came over and was like, it couldn't have been me. I haven't been sick for a week. But it's like, you could carry the disease for longer than that.
100%. 100%. It's that.
It's just a
gym
very
you go to.
strange coincidence, that's all.
There's probably like thousands of people that go to that gym that sweat and lick all over the bars.
Oh, yeah. But
Oh, yeah.
I've built up antibodies to that already, though.
Uh-huh.
Also, I think I'm loud on somebody's stream. I don't know
Oh,
who's
yeah,
chat.
yeah.
I've got
yeah.
everybody's chat
I gotta
open, so
turn you
I'm loud
down.
somewhere.
Yeah, I gotta turn you down.
Yeah, I'm getting that as well. I'm just
Means
checking
I'm
for the
gonna
volumes.
turn-
Sorry, everyone. Sorry.
I reckon it's pretty impressive managing to get sick with like a garden variety cold. or flu
I
at the
thought
moment.
it was quite astonishing as well. Yeah.
Everybody's masked up. Everybody's got their hands.
Yeah,
down.
I know.
It's a flu that's going around quite prominently in Melbourne.
Yeah, it's got
Yeah, right.
COVID.
I literally haven't been sick for like 2 years,
No.
and then I get sick during COVID. So
Well, congratulations. Get those microparticles up in the air.
yeah,
Get that mixing around.
yeah.
Should we have our player, like our character sheet on the screen, or do you want to just like leave that like a character sheet and just have webcams? Just webcams, yeah, for the video.
Just webcams, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So this is the first time we've played together. This is the first time we played together with Lisa. Hello, Lisa.
Hello, Lisa.
Hello.
Newcomer.
Newbie.
My character's gonna bully your character.
Oh no!
Believe
You
it.
know what? I'll put it to sleep.
You're getting it.
Cray does a thing I'm discovering that he tries to establish dominance really early in the stream. Don't hold too much. Don't be too worried
I
about
throw
it.
my spear at your head.
Well, I'll just fly away somehow.
So Lisa, you're playing Serenade. We're going to meet you in the adventure, and this is the 1st adventure we've done since the Christmas one, Vanderbrass Tower.
Wow, round of applause for that. Come on, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Congratulations to all of us. We made it. And this is an adventure that is part of an anthology of adventures that you can get now out in Australia called Candlekeep Mysteries from Wizards of the Coast. It is a new series of short adventures, all from up-and-coming designers. There's 17 adventures in here from level 1 through to level 17. They're great for one-shots. They're great for people that don't want to run a full campaign but want to try dungeon mastering, or just people that don't have time to play a campaign. And we're going to be playing one of them today.
Damn.
Which is exciting. I got to pick. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there's all kinds of adventures in here. I've picked like a little bit of a slightly creepy one. I hope that's okay.
Oh yes, it is okay.
I just.
Oh.
No, I love it. Make it extra creepy as well, please. Extra creepy.
Oh really?
Yes.
Well, If that's what we want, that's what we'll do. And this is, I think that I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I should say at the top before we start. I think that's the main points. As I said, it's out now in game stores, bookstores, retail and online stores. And They don't need to be in Forgotten Realms. They can be wherever you want. Yeah, I think that's enough. Anyway, buy it. I think it's good. I think it looks nice. And I really like the adventures in it. This is the second one.
I don't think I can roll on my character. I can't change it. Oh, wait. Never mind. I'm insane. Yep. I'm ready to rock and roll.
You okay?
Yeah,
okay?
I'm ready to rock and roll. I rolled a 12.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
And does anybody else have any questions before we start? Anything that they realized after the last session? You're all level 4 now, I think.
Yes. How do you play Dungeons and Dragons?
You know, it's too fucking late, man.
just roll with the punches at this point, man.
You'll work it out as you go, okay?
All right, cool.
All right. So, on the Sword Coast, slightly further north from Waterdeep, where you are all familiar, is the Citadel of Candlekeep, the largest repository of books, magical and otherwise, anywhere in all of Faerun, kept and protected by a cloistered order of monks known as the Avowed. Candlekeep is supposed to be a repository for every book that was ever written by anyone. And true to their word, they require, in order to allow people to admittance into their library, access to some new tome in order to be allowed access into the archive. Bring a book to read a book. That is the system. Now, I know I realize I'm starting with a lot of library gear, but that is the connection of all of these. We're going to Candlekeep. It's not Dewey Decimal. I'll stop on the system, but the Candlekeep has been a point of interest for all of you, and I'm going to turn off my fucking alerts because what's happening is the people in my chat are just turning all my alerts on at once, and it is absolutely making it impossible for me to focus. So stop it, all of you. Sorry, I apologize. Now, you have been traveling for a few months now in a ambulatory 3-story tenement called Grimlock House, which you captured very early on in your adventures. And Janny, you have in your possession a magical ring that you wrested from a mad child of a wizarding family called a Harpel wishing ring. Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah. Do I have it? Okay.
You have the ring. Now, this ring is a priceless artifact that is supposed to allow any user, and this was designed for the children of the Harpel family, it is supposed to give them the ability to use a wish in a time of great peril. You haven't been able to use it just yet, but there are books that were written about the Harpels. There are books that were written by the Harpels, and if there is a keyword or a way to activate this ring, it is going to be written down somewhere in Candlekeep. So the three of you, Yark, Kaskin, and Janny, you have decided to make the journey north to visit the Avowed to see what you can find out about this magical ring. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
Okay, great. And so you head off. As I said, it's very easy to travel with your house. You materialize a few hours walk toward from the gates of Candlekeep, for there are ancient magics and sorceries that stop any form of teleportation onto the grounds. There are also other magic protections. You can't cast fire magic inside Candlekeep, for example. There's a lot of concern, obviously, for fire. And as you make your way up towards the gates of Candlekeep, you see a young, kind of sickly-looking monk standing in brown robes who is greeting and addressing pilgrims as they stream into the building. And I have to ask you at this point, have the three of you had any other adventures? How long has it been since you were at Vanderbrass Tower?
We'll say a year. It's been a year.
It's been a year.
A year's yes.
A year, okay. That's a long time. You've made that more difficult for yourself. What have you done for the last year?
We've done a lot. We've killed a bunch of goblins in a cave once. That was fun.
Dude, I'm the exact same level as I was a year ago.
Yes, but we've also done a lot of sleeping in the meantime as well. I've been sleeping and resting, and
we kind of took a time apart from each other. Yeah, we felt like we needed this space.
I have a family. Remember, I have a family. I was with my family for a little while.
Yeah, you do have. I forgot that you're a family man. Well, that's enough time to have a kid. Congratulations.
Thank you. I do have a son.
What's his name?
He's named after Yark. His name's Yark.
You named your son Yark.
Yeah.
Yark the Younger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Junior Yark. Yeah, he's a great kid.
Great.
Great little. I scruff his hair up. Say, hey, Yark. Yeah,
If,
great.
if your son's name is Yark Jr., that really suggests that your wife has a relationship with Yark. I mean, to a stranger,
you snuck in
that
the
is
night.
That's just how Yark operates.
Snuck in.
yucky ducky. All right, so you arrive at the doors, as I said, and there is a junior acolyte waiting to meet you. And you have in your possession as well a book on the woes and tribulations of the Harpel family, which you are hoping this is a book you found in Grimlock House, and you are hoping that you will be able to trade it for admittance into Candlekeep, where you can research the ring proper. So are either any of you approaching this acolyte?
I will. I take the book from out of Janny's hands, and I stomp forward, and I push the book into the acolyte's chest, and I say, hello, good sir. I believe this must be enough to get us into this. And I kind of like look upwards, and I've got like one hand up, and it's the magic pole that's stuck to my hand, and I'm kind of like waving it around at the library, and I kind of go like, the bookstore. This should be enough to get us into the bookstore. And then I look back down for a response.
By the pole, you're talking about the cursed spear that is still stuck to your hand?
The cursed spear that's stuck to my hand, yeah.
The one that we forgot about for the last 3 episodes, and we're now going to seamlessly pretend we didn't forget about?
Yes, that's the one. That's the one.
Okay, so you're wildly gesticulating with a cursed spear, and the acolyte goes a little blanch, and he says, I tries to dodge back from the spear, and he's like, yes, well, certainly. I mean, we're quite busy at this time of year. Could I see the book, perhaps?
Yeah, I let go of the book, and it falls to the ground.
Okay, well,
doesn't have enough time to grab it.
I can't help but feel you could have just
handed
handed
me the book.
in his face. All right, well, you're going to be one of them, aren't you? All right, look. And he sort of gets down into the dirt and tries to sort of smile, because he's curious about what the book is. It's a big, heavy brass tome. And he goes, this must be from the Ivy Mansion. Yeah. Yes, no, I don't believe we have a complete catalog. This is certainly enough for you and your party to be accepted. What are you here to research, can I ask?
I look behind me, and I look at Janny and Yark, and I look back at the monk, and I go, I don't know.
You're gonna ask me. It's been a year. You're gonna expect me to remember. You're gonna expect the dwarf to remember.
I then turn around after hearing Yark say all that. I say, "What are we researching, Janny?" And I'm staring straight at Janny.
I said, "Well, you took the lead, so you know."
Oh,
you know, Cray. Come on, you remember.
It's the ring, is it not?
Come on,
yeah,
Cray.
Yeah, I turned back down.
We mentioned it literally a minute ago.
Off this little piece of jewelry.
A light bulb goes off, and I turn back to the monk, and I say, oh yeah, we stole a ring from a family, a little kid or something.
Didn't steal it.
We robbed him, and we got a pet dragon, and that's what we're researching. A ring. It's a ghost ring. We killed the family, and I'm just yabbering on a bit.
I just feel like there's a way that you could have described that to me without admitting to so many crimes. That doesn't feel necessary. That's frankly not something I'm interested in. But it sounds like you killed a child, and now you have a priceless book, and you want to learn about this ring. Is that right?
That's right.
That is correct.
Wonderful. Terrifying. Wonderful. Well, if you'll just come this way. Unfortunately, artifacts to do with the Harpels, they're sort of a modern family, so that won't be in the core archive. But I would say that if you are looking for anything to do, he's looking through his own, he pulls out a vast scroll and unwinds it to reveal a kind of labyrinthine map of Candlekeep. And he says, you're looking at it, and he says, oh, these are just, yes, no, you can have one of these if you want. These are maps of the building. In fact, have a look here. And he brings it open, and he says, so this is the core archive. This is where we continue our great work researching the Great Wheel, the cosmology of Faerun, the first and ancient peoples, the history of the Netheril, etc., etc. What you want is modern wizarding families of promise, and that work would be found, he sort of scrolls past quickly with his hand. Yes, here in Vanir's wing of the library, down in the Firefly cellar. So I guess I can take that. I'll take that book from you now and lead you there if that's...
Take us there.
Just take us there, you old bag.
Okay, sorry.
I'm a 19-year-old man.
Sorry.
Well, you talk like an old man. Let's get going.
Sorry about him. I apologize.
You called me a
not wrong.
bag. Oh.
Wait, what?
Your skin looks like it's made of paper. Let's move before I kill you. Let's go.
I mean, it's hard to get a good tan, as I've said before. We live in a sort of rain shadow on the mountain. Never mind. All right, come with me. And slightly put out, this young sun elf walks you down through a long courtyard where you can see scholars sort of sitting in the sun, recording and drying, working and drying leather to create book bindings, down through a long stairway underneath, cut into the very mountain that Candlekeep is built up upon. It gets darker and darker and darker. And as you can see, there are very, very feeble lanterns built into the side of the tunnel that you're walking down. As the young scribe, his name is Chattersley, says, you understand, of course, no fire down here. That's one of the reasons that the visibility is a bit poor. We're a little scared of flames. Obviously, greatest repository of all knowledge. You understand that? So if you're going to stay here for a while, no flames. So are we in agreement?
Gotcha. Yeah, that's fine. I look at Janny and I wink.
Okay, well, I'm going to pretend I didn't see that. And yes, I think just down here, and he knocks on a door that is actually recessed at half height. You would have to stoop to get through it, as it's built into the floor and into the roof. Into the floor and into the dead-end wall. And he knocks twice, and then it sort of creaks open, and there are stairs leading down into a room that seems a little brighter, but the light doesn't feel natural. It's not like candlelight. And as the doors open, he calls out and he says, Vanir, some guests for the archive. And there's a pause, and then you hear a voice come saying, well, very good. Send them down, Chattersley. Don't dawdle. And he sort of gulps and he says, well, I suppose I better go back to the door. You've all been very mean to me. Have a wonderful trip. This is the end of this well-rounded character. Goodbye.
I just start waving.
I shan't forget you, sir. You were my favorite for some reason.
There's always one side character every episode that Caskin just has to abuse. So.
Yeah, and yet there is always a bit of like a weird sexual frisson between those characters.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, Caskin's a complicated guy. So you make your way into the cellar, and as you go in, adjust to the gloom. Who here has dark vision?
I can see in the dark.
Yeah,
I am a dwarf. I can see.
Well,
I would like to look into the dark, yes.
Why don't we actually quickly introduce the characters? Because we've got a few characters here, and there's some new people that haven't seen this before. So as they walk into the cellar, what do we see? Shall we go around?
I am Yark, a dwarvish thief. Yes, I'm a dwarvish thief. And if you don't know, the whole joke is that my name is just Cray backwards. I'm just going to explain it to everybody. I made a character intentionally very short, and it's literally just Cray, the word Cray backwards.
It was very funny 6 episodes ago.
Yes, but there's probably someone new, and I just want to explain it. Thank you. Thanks.
All right. Everyone. Okay, you've described the character's name origins well. What do they look like, Baz?
I'm very short, ugly, balding, but a very glorious beard, though.
Nice.
Yeah, other than that, just kind of always looks a little bit sleepy as well. I've never really mentioned that, yeah.
He also has a pump action hand crossbow, I seem to
recall.
recall.
I've got a 97.2% critical hit accuracy on my crossbow. Except for our last adventure where I missed like 7 shots in a row. I was just having an off day. So.
But it's been a year, you've been tinkering
It has been a year. I went back to training, and I feel like I've greatly improved since then, and I want to show that today, hopefully.
Wonderful. So Yark leads the way. Who's following?
I'm Casper. No, after you, Jenny. No, after you. No,
be rude and do it
No, after you, my lady. No, I refuse to speak.
Okay, fine. I'm Jenny. I'm a 77-year-old witch, but no one knows that, by the way. So don't tell anyone my age.
Gaming.
What?
Never mind.
I know my own age. I didn't metagame my own age. But I am, magical, so I make myself super hot and young, and I pretty much don't care about a lot of things, but I'm learning a lot. I've learned a lot of abilities. It's my so kind of my first time out of the house. I don't get out often until I met these guys, unfortunately. Yeah, that's me. That's me.
I'm Caskin. Level 4 variant human fighter. Strength is the game. Charm is my name. And I'm all about the ladies, my family, whoring, beers, and fighting. I'm the most charming of the group.
And right now, Kaskin is apologizing as he tries to sort of get a cursed hand trapped in a spear down a very small trapdoor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I've got a big spear attached to my hand I can't let go of it because it's cursed.
That's right.
Well. But I'm good looking, so it makes up for it.
All right, wonderful. So you make your way down, the three of you, into a room. And as I said, the light quality is a little bit strange. And you see now as you get into the room that it is because the room is glowing from jars that have on hooks, iron hooks, set around a vast semicircular room. And in those jars are fireflies. And they give the entire room its glow. And the room is a sort of giant split-level cylinder carved into the rock. 2 huge balconies that are covered with floor-to-ceiling bookcases, and these bookcases are not well kept. There are piles of books in every corner. There are the books are scattered haphazardly across the bookcases themselves. There are more crates of books on the floor. The entire area looks like it is somewhat in upheaval, and there are a couple of other figures there as well. There is another elderly sun elf in the robes of the Avowed who is studying a bookcase that she's sort of precariously balanced on a ladder with her back to you. And there is, in some comfy looking study chairs on the side, there are 2 other figures. One of them is a cat woman, a tabaxi, who is dressed in the robes of a sage. And there is another figure that you see who is a sort of beautiful pink-haired Asimar in a traveling robe with a lute and a scabbarded rapier resting beside her as she's making copious notes in a leather journal from a book that she's resting on her knees.
Hey, who is that? I proclaim. Who's down here?
Because it's...
Have you ever heard about shouting in a library? Just curious.
Hey.
Oh, Baz, it's a library, man.
I trot over. Hey, who are you? And I like tug on like her robe.
your voice rings out, and this character is, of course, Lisa's character, Sarah.
Hello.
Lisa was here. Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, Lisa. They took much longer bullying this sage than I thought they would.
It's okay. It's okay. So do I describe my character now? Or
Yeah, why did you describe the character?
Okay. So
Yeah, who are
basically, my favorite color is green. Have a pink hair. I'm an Asmia, Vods.
I love how that's how you introduce yourself when I say, hey, who are you? My favorite color is green.
It's got kindergarten energy.
Well, yeah, so that's what my character looks like. But, okay, I turn to Baz and I look him up and down. Oh, actually, I don't because I look down because he's so short. And I kind of like look at him as like, hello,
Hey,
how can I help you?
Who are you? What's your name? What are you doing down here?
What's your name?
Okay, easy now. I turn back towards my crew for some backup, but they're like...
I strut
like,
up. I
Okay.
strut up. I put one hand on Baz's shoulder, kind of leaning on him, and I look up to Lisa's character and I give her a little wink and I say, can I buy you a drink in a small library like this?
Okay, this is Kaskin and I'm Yark and we're adventurers and, well, we've just been brought down here and we're just wondering...
The name's Caskin. And then
Who
I smolder at her and pout, like with a good kiss face.
I kind of just like look at both of them, and then I kind of like turn back to my book, and I'm like,
Hey, what's the
just act
book?
as if
What
I
are you
don't see
looking-
them and I don't know them.
I like shove my head in between her and the book and say, hey, what are you like looking at? What's this? You got a book here.
I jump up on the
what's going
table.
here?
And do a power stance, both hands on her chest. And I say, you will not ignore us.
I look at the lady behind them, which is obviously Jenny. Is it Jenny? And I kind
Jenny.
of like look at her. And I'm like looking at them, and then looking at her, and I'm just like kind of giving her a single, like, do you know these people? How do you know these people?
I guess I come over, I shove the boys aside, and I pick up your book and see what you're
Oh.
reading.
Yeah.
What are you reading here?
I'm reading How to Learn how to discover invisible, like how to see invisible things.
Yeah,
I've
it
always
is.
wanted to see.
Ooh.
It's a book. It's a book on the magic of vision and visibility. About 100-year-old treatise on the different types of spells, and you're teaching yourself spells because you are a bard. Is that right?
I'm a bard. Yes, sir.
So Serenade has come here to sort of top up her magic and to learn some new magic.
Are there any books here to cure illnesses? As you can tell, I'm very sick. In fact, I shouldn't even be this close to you.
Oh,
So now you might also be sick.
it's okay. You're in luck because I know how to heal people.
Oh, you do actually.
Oh,
This is true. This is a bardic ability, which is you can lay on hands once a day and you can cure 4 hit points or a disease. Is Yark diseased, Bad?
I am diseased, but you can't cure it. It's too powerful. Yeah, my voice has been tampered with. Trust me, you wouldn't understand this. It's a very old disease that you would not have heard of.
Short stature and him heaving and wheezing, I feel sorry for him. So
Don't feel sorry for me. I'm the most powerful person in this room.
I looked at him like, oh, okay.
I can kill
I'd
you
like
all
to
with
use.
one pull of the trigger.
I think that everywhere we go. It's a 5'8" man.
Can I use kill? Is it healing word?
Trust me, you cannot heal me. I am too sick.
Give me a try.
I saw you.
Let
Get
me
off me.
try.
No.
I believe what you're referring to is healing hands, which is an ability that you can do. So
I don't want your help.
Nah, I put my hand on him anyway.
I bring
Because how
down
far
my
has he got to
spear.
go? He's so
I bring
short.
down my spear to Serenade's neck and I say, unhand him, wench! Do not touch him!
I just feel like this is the energy of like the guy that reckons he's got a really bad cold, and then someone's like tries to bring them some cod roll or chicken
I don't want
soup,
your soup.
and they just get grouchy about
Get
it.
chicken soup out of here.
Well, because there's like is there a spear near my neck at the moment?
Yes, there is, there is.
There is now a spear at your neck.
I
yes.
kind of look at him and I'm like, do you want your friend to be dying? Is that what you want?
You should
I'm
not
not-
touch him, wench.
I
You
feel
should not
fine,
touch him.
actually.
He feels fine. Look at
I
him.
feel
And I
great.
point, and there's Yark,
like-
and he's covered in sweat, can barely stand, and he looks dizzy. And I put my spear away from her neck. And I kind of apologize. But
Anyway, we were here for a reason. But
adventure!
The illness has, yes.
Let the record show that Serenade tried to help, and you now see that a figure has walked over while you've been threatening members of the library with a spear. And this is the older librarian, Vanir, a senior scribe of Candlekeep. And she says, a disease in here. It would not be good for one who is sick to be in this place. We're a closed system. A disease.
Well, nobody
would spread like
there was
wildfire.
no sign upstairs about being sick in
He's
the
right,
library.
there was no sign.
Trust me, I can see in the dark. There was no sign. Nobody pulled me up. I've been coughing all day and nobody stopped me. So that's your own fault. That's something you need to improve on, not I.
I suppose you're right. Apologies. Well, my name is Vanir. I hope that you find what you seek here. It is obviously a bit of a mess. We're in the great restoration work continues, but the books keep coming in, and we're doing the best to fill our shelves as quickly as we can. What are you here to seek? Can I ask?
oh, the ring! I
ring.
go, oh, the ring! And I point to Jenny and I kind of jump up and down a little bit, and I'm still on the table. And I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
the ring! At Jenny.
Yeah, we're trying to learn more
Yep.
more about this ring. And do I have the book, or did he? Oh,
The book has been taken away.
yeah,
now.
it's
got
been
the
okay.
ring
So,
there.
so we just got the ring. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I'll tell you what. My junior scribe Ebder will be back momentarily, just after dinner. Why don't you take some of the offices? We have some rooms for travelers such as you, and your friend here does look like he's about to vomit or die. So why don't you take some of those rooms? Crinkle, take them down to our quarters, and we'll bring you some food, and then we can have a little look for some books about this ring together. Does that sound good?
That would be great.
Yes, it does.
I'd love
I
to
look
sit
at
down.
Serenade and I say, you coming?
I'm joining because I'm really impressed
Okay.
with the ring.
No
I love
idea why
more
she's
shiny
coming,
things.
but
I'm
she's
like,
coming.
yup, I'm coming.
Oh,
To be fair-
things too.
The ring is interesting, Serenade, and why don't you, because you are a magic user, make for me our first dice roll of the evening? Do you want to make a quick we'll make it just an intelligence check. So just using your intelligence roll for me.
Is it on the top bar? The top.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're just looking at this ring, honestly. I don't like that we have another.
I have minus
magical
one
person.
intelligence.
I don't like this.
Yes, that's right. You do have -1 intelligence.
I just
I
rolled
thought-
for the sake of it and I got a 0.
Oh, we see it.
Oh,
I
you can see the
rolling.
rolls
I see
now.
it too.
See the 0.
It's good. That's the stop Cray from cheating
I'm-
mechanism.
In the world of Dungeons and Dragons, I'm drooling, looking at the ring, not knowing what it is at all. Dumbfounded.
Gone absolutely catatonic. So you rolled a 0. Serenade, do you want to roll for me as well?
I rolled an 8.
An 8. Okay, so you see the ring. Unfortunately, you don't recognize what it is, but like you say, your curiosity is piqued, and so you decide to follow them.
Yes.
Crinkle was the name that was called out for by librarian Varnier, and Crinkle arrives, and Crinkle is a very, very old-looking kenku, which is a sort of... It's not a... It's a kenku.
I start laughing when he walks in the room.
Okay.
Okay, so
Oh no.
Kenku is the steward of the cellar, of the Firefly cellar, and as a Crinkle is, and a Kenku is a raven folk. So they have the head of a raven, they have no wings, and they sort of are natural warehouse custodians, stewards, and scribes. So this one, they generally don't speak as well; they're just mimics of sound. A Kenku. So Crinkle comes in, and Crinkle has a large staff with an iron hook on it, and resting on that iron hook is another one of those jars full of fireflies. Ooh. And with a very withered, old-looking hand with not many feathers left on it, Crinkle beckons for you to follow her down a long, twisting stairwell that seems to work its way around the cylindrical library room of the cellar.
Ooh.
Let's go. I start marching down.
I'll follow.
Okay, Yak,
Yes, I am the leader. Is that what you're about to say?
You're the leader, but also you're the
Yes.
one with dark vision. So I need you to make for me quickly a perception check.
I will do that. Perception. 18.
Okay,
See
great.
that I rolled that. Look at that.
So despite the fact that he is slowly drowning in his own mucus, Yark notices that there is 2 eyes hidden in a doorway as you head down this tunnel, watching you. And you look carefully, and you can see, although you realize that no one else at the party has noticed, that there is a little 8-year-old girl with straw-colored hair and a little white dress who is peeking out of the corner of a half-open door at all of you as you pass.
I'm not scared of children, and I don't mention it to anyone else. I merely think of it as a small child and keep going.
Can't hurt me, can't hurt me, can't hurt me. All right. You make your way down through darker and darker tunnels down below the library proper of the Firefly cellar here. The jars are very rarely maintained. Most of them are just full of dead fireflies. And eventually you go through a small functional looking kitchen, and then through that into a series of rooms. Each room just has a couple of beds, bare beds, simple mattresses and blankets, and a wash basin and a tiny desk and a chair, and not much else. No, certainly no windows. You're well into the rock of the mountain now. And there's a few more of these rooms. You can see some of the doors are open, some of them are closed, but otherwise you're given the rooms. Crinkle looks at you, does a sort of mock bow, and then squawks a noise that sounds like a door shutting closed, and then turns around and starts to walk back the way they came. And for the first time, you are completely on your own inside the library.
As he leaves, I clap my hands together and do a karate bow.
Okay. Can I do an investigation check in the hopes of that there is something here for me to steal, as I do with every new room?
Yep, wonderful. All right, make for me a quick investigation check.
Excellent. I got an 8.
Okay, an 8. Like I said, these rooms are pretty austere. Aside from the wash basins, the blankets, the beds are bolted onto the ground. There's not a lot there. There are other doors, as I said. There's a few other rooms coming up this corridor, and then there's the kitchen itself. So...
I'd like to use my sleight of hand to steal a blanket.
Okay. Well, you're the only people in the room, so are you trying to make sure that the other members of your adventuring party don't see you steal a blanket?
I just have a feeling that I will be able to use this blanket later in my adventure, so I want to stash it in my bag.
Okay. Great.
Without anyone
Great.
noticing, because I have +7 sleight of hand. So
All
there's
right.
just mysteriously a bed now with no blanket on it.
It's Caskin's bed, yeah.
It's
Caskin's
Caskin's
bed.
Oh
doesn't have a blanket.
no!
Oh my
Great.
god, Caskin, there's no bed sheet on your bed. That's so weird that it's specifically your
Looks
one.
like I'm gonna have to bed with somebody very special. And I turn to both Serenade and Janny, and I grin.
I cross my arms.
Oh, no.
And I walk away.
Oh no!
You walk away to the other bedroom that Crinkle has given you. There's 2 bedrooms.
Damn it, we've been planning this setup for like months. The payoff was not good.
Okay, so you head off. Do you want to go out and explore the corridors? Do you want to head out of the rooms? Or are you happy to just wait for food to be brought for you?
Let's explore.
No, I want to sit in the room and do some
I get up and I say, guys, we're not waiting around for food. We got to explore some things. And I walk up to a random door and open it.
I'm going to
Okay.
stay in the room because I'm sick and I just want to lie down.
All right, so you're going to go and have a little bit of a rest. Caskin, you're going to disappear. Janny, what are you going to do?
I don't really want to follow Caskin. I'm gonna go into the other
Somebody
room.
follow me, I say,
Leave
as
it
I'm
alone.
opening the door.
Great. Okay, Caskin. Unless Serenade, you're leaving. It looks like Caskin's on his own.
Yeah, Caskin's on
Oh my god.
Damn it! God damn it!
Wonderful.
trying to
Okay.
wave him away. Wave while he goes.
So the rest of you get some much needed rest. Everybody gets back to full hit points. Takes a wonderful long rest. Gets all of their abilities back. Caskin is off to have a little adventure of his own. And you said you're going to knock a random door. So I'm just going to quickly randomize one of them for you. And
Oh, no.
you knock on a door. Are you knocking or are you trying to sneak in?
Let's say I'm knocking.
Okay, you knock on a door and it gives slightly and you realize that it's not closed.
I kick it open.
Right, great. It smashes against the other door and closes and locks itself. No, not really. It smashes open and you can see another sparse bedroom, slightly nicer than the one that you had. There's a clay bowl containing the remains of a sort of vinegary smelling meal. There is also a trunk at the foot of the bed, and the bed is the blankets are all unmade. Someone clearly slept in it last night. Other than that, it's of the same sparse design as the rooms.
I want to go through the thing on the floor. What is it? Like the chest or whatever it is.
Now, the chest has a simple lock on it. So are you going to break the lock or?
I smash open the lock with my cursed spear. Boom!
Okay, there are more.
Attempts to.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll see how that works. Make a strength check for me.
Come on! Damn it! I hit a 4.
Oh my god.
Did you roll a 4? Did you say?
Good for you.
Yeah, I have no idea how that happened when I've got
Oh my-
16 strength plus 3.
You've got. Oh.
You know what happens in that case? You quickly raise your spear and you thrust down, trying to snap the lock, but somehow the tip of your spear gets jammed into the lock mechanism, which would not be a problem normally, except for the fact that because it's a cursed spear and your hand is stuck to it, you are now imprisoned in the act of breaking
Oh
into
my
someone's chest.
I
Right, the
start
rest of you,
screaming.
having a wonderful time in Yark's room, you suddenly hear cries of help, plaintive, desperate, humiliating cries of help coming from a nearby room. It can only be Caskin.
I suppose I should go help him. I kind of
Okay.
like roll out of bed and start heading towards the distant screeching that is Caskin.
I start to trudge after him.
Sure. With a sigh, you make your way into the room to discover a panicked-looking Caskin trying to pull a spear from inside of what looks like, honestly, a not very strong lock that he has somehow managed to
How
stick.
is this? How have you physically managed to trap yourself within a lock?
I just
I'm
look
still-
at Yark,
I've just-
and I just, for the first time ever, I don't say anything, and I just look at him.
I'm just gonna approach the lock and use my lockpick on it.
Okay,
Or
while you're
attempt to.
doing this, Janny, can you quickly make a perception check for me? Did you come with?
I was gonna say no, but no, apparently.
No, in that case, no, that's fine. That's all right. So you're still in the room.
Okay.
Serenade, in that case, can you make the check?
Where can I find this? Sorry.
Perception. So it will be one of these
Perception.
skills.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, wait, no, that was Janny.
I was
It's
joking.
good that Janny didn't roll because Janny got a 3.
Come on, Serenade.
What did you get, Serenade?
Lisa.
Oh, go on.
Lisa.
6.
Oh,
6.
six.
Oh,
6. A 6 is not great.
We're all gonna do
All
it.
right. So while this is happening, meanwhile the lockpick is happening. So Yark, do you want to quickly make that lockpick check for me?
What would I even use for just sleight of hand? I guess
You can use stealth.
stealth. That is a 15.
All right. So very competently, sighing, looking at Kaskin, who is
I've seen
staring
this lock before.
straight into his eyes. You look at the lock, which is a very, very rudimentary lock, and you very carefully and competently click it open, releasing both the chest but also Kaskin from the lock. And as you do, suddenly there's a figure clears its throat behind Serenade, and Serenade spins around because, unbeknownst to her, a figure has walked up who is a very old-looking man with grey hair, and he's like, "Who are you, and what are you doing in my room?"
Should I attack him?
Don't attack the old man. It's literally just an old man.
I throw up my.
This is a sort of
Don't.
adventure, right? A home invasion followed by a murder.
Oh my
Do I
god.
put him to sleep?
I dash towards him. I dash towards him,
Christ.
throwing up my cursed spear to his neck, holding it there, and say, "Explain yourself, old man. Who are you?"
Explain yourself. You're in his bedroom. All right, so you rush forward to intimidate him. Is that right,
Yeah,
Kaskin?
that's correct.
Make an intimidation check.
I will. Here we go. Lucky.
These are increasingly
Oh,
important.
17.
I do apologize. It's just that you're in one of the avowed rooms. You must have been placed here by mistake. Why are you standing near my trunks and personal things?
Empty your pockets.
Certainly, sir.
No,
I mean,
apologies.
I start taking his thing. I'm robbing him.
no, for 17, that's fine.
I rob him.
Poor man, help me.
Okay, so the
Sorry,
poor
old man. My friend got trapped in your lock somehow. You may ask how that's even physically possible, but I assure you that
absolutely
somehow.
victim blaming. Okay, so
Yeah.
the man whose name is Ebder Smallstone starts turning out his pockets with sort of tears in his eyes.
Does he have anything?
No, he has a small bundle of wax. He has a calligraphy kit and a leather, actually a little tinker's kit for repairing, locks and small metalworks and things like that. And he has a small bag of salt and
A photo of his dead wife that you
I was
made him
going
pull
for
out.
that.
I want to take it all off him. Everything he's got.
I tell you, this is obviously some kind of mistake. Have you?
I start taking his things and putting it in my backpack.
Oh my
Perhaps
God.
have you met my boss, Chief Librarian Vermeer? I don't think we've gotten off on the wrong foot somehow.
I look him deep in the eyes and say, "Oh, I met him and I didn't like him."
Well, she's a woman, so you. Okay. He sort of looks confused and overwhelmed and exhausted as he sort of walks back and sits down on his bed heavily, just sort of staring at you.
I say, "When's the adventure start?"
What are you talking about? What are you?
I say, "Where
Are
the
you looking
bad
directly
guys?"
at the camera when you say that? Like,
Yeah. I turn to the camera and I say, "When do the bad guys appear?" That's what I say.
I think the bad guys are already here, Kaskin. I think the bad
You're
guys
the bad guy,
are
mate.
robbing the librarian.
I come down, I sit next to him on his bed, and I wrap my other hand, not the cursed hand, around his shoulder, and I say, "So what's happening?"
oh my God.
Okay. So you're going to try and now befriend the man?
I'm his
Is that
friend
right?
now. Yep, I'm his friend. I'm his buddy.
Well, you're going to have to roll a dice for that. And given that you have just robbed the man at spear point, it's going to be increasingly difficult. So
Okay.
make, with disadvantage for me, make a charisma or persuasion check, whichever is highest.
Which one? Where's my
Surely charisma.
Charisma is +1, and so is
You've
persuasion.
only got +1.
But
You go
persuasion
on
is a
all
skill.
the time about your charisma. You
But-
got +1.
But no, it's good. It's good. My persuasion is +1, but it's a skill. Should I go for charisma or attribute?
You can go either.
Persuasion.
Persuasion it is.
Oh, I hit 14. That's not bad.
Ooh.
14 isn't bad. So the man seems to be overwhelmed and he has other things on his mind. So you sort of try to calm him down. Are you keeping his stuff or are you sort of giving it back to him? No, yeah, all right.
I keep it.
He's keeping his stuff.
No,
Alright,
no,
gotta keep
I
his
hand
small
him back
bag of
like
salt.
a brush from an ink thing that I took from him. I just hand him that. So there you go.
All right, this sort of calms him down a little bit. And as you're sitting next to him, you notice something strange, which is that although he's very overwhelmed, he's humming something under his breath. He's a sort of a strange little kind of children's song to himself, which seems to be calming him down. You can try and see if you can recognize it if you want by making a quick just intelligence check.
I look towards Can I look towards Serenade and like look at her with like a look of bafflement and wanting her to like intervene somehow? Can I give Serenade
Yep,
that look?
absolutely.
Because I ain't gonna perceive nothing. She's the bard.
Yeah. I kind of look at him and like look away.
Oh my god. I don't want any part
I guess
of it.
she's just met you and you are giving off crazy psychopath vibes.
Now all Serenade hears is
Robbing an old man. My goodness,
I'm
do I
saying
want
this.
any part of
I'm
it?
saying this very loudly. I go, psst. What's this freak humming? Psst. And I'm saying it
Must be
loud.
new around here.
Okay, I intervene and I kind of lean in wanting to hear what the sort of tune is.
Okay, because you're a bard with an advantage as you lean in, just make for me also a perception check.
Oh, you're a bard.
Or
That's how she was introduced, Baz. That's how she was introduced.
19.
Whoa!
Oh,
Amazing.
you are a bard.
Okay, great. So you start listening and you hear the music and it's incredibly familiar to you, although it's a little bit strange because as a bard, you have very good recall of the songs and legends of the Sword Coast. And you feel like you've heard this one before and you feel almost like you've heard words to it before, but you can't place them. It's slightly maddening. As you listen to it, and he's just humming tunelessly this song, but you start not realizing that you know the music and that you can follow along. And like an earworm, it starts to get into your head. And the same thing is happening for you, Kaskin, although you don't recognize it with the same precision that Serenade does.
Baby shark doo doo. That's actually
Kind
what
of.
you're hearing.
It's incredibly irritatingly familiar.
Yeah.
After a moment, he sort of calms down into almost a stupor, and you realize that you've sort of just how tired and exhausted this guy is. Dealing with Kaskin has sort of been the end of what obviously is a very hard day for him, and he's sort of just sitting there humming to himself. You kind of carefully get up and walk away, wondering if you got away with it. He doesn't seem to be acknowledging any of you as he just sits there and hums to himself, and you all sort of very carefully walk out of the door. And thank God you do, because just as you do, you see the figure of Librarian Varnier walking back towards you, and behind her is her Ravenfolk steward who has a tray with food.
Oh.
Oh, thank God, I'm starving.
I reached for one of the foods because I'm hungry.
Great. All right. So there's some bread and some potato soup has been brought to you all.
I use my sleight of hand to take 2 bread instead of 1.
Okay, great. Make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, God, this is what I was made for. 20.
That's
20!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wonderful.
So now I have an extra bread in my bag and a blanket.
You
Can
do
I
it.
steal
Remember
his
that.
bread?
No,
Can I
no,
try and
I'm the
steal
sleight of
his
hand guy. You didn't even see me take it. That's how good I was.
Unfortunately, it means that everybody gets a bowl of soup, and everybody except Kaskin
Damn
gets
it.
a roll of bread because he runs out before he gets to the end. But
But because of his intelligence, he can't do the math, so he doesn't realize.
is the way that it feels like the energy of this adventuring party is that Kaskin is always angry because he always seems to be missing things that he deserves, and then he takes it out on other NPCs.
That's basically how it goes. Yeah.
So who's the real villain? You have to wonder.
Oh, we're the bad guys.
All of us
No,
together.
we are the villains. Yeah, it's from the villain's POV.
I see that you have met Abdo, one of my most trusted junior scribes. He's just returned from the upper archive with a stack of books related to the Harpels. It'll take you, I imagine, a while to go through them, so you're of course welcome to stay the night. The book that you have brought to us has been accepted by the archive, so you are free to use Candlekeep's resources for as long as you wish.
Oh,
Cool.
amazing.
I ain't reading nothing.
So
I
I'm
don't-
reading. I hear this and I get out and I start reading.
Great. All right. So the night. So you all have your food. Everybody's relaxed, and the night passes with. I'm guessing, Janny doing a significant amount of
Yeah, yeah,
research,
yeah.
while Kaskin and Yark like immediately fall asleep snoring in their bedrooms. Or what
I
are you
snore
doing?
very loud.
Okay.
Like uncomfortably loud.
I'm freezing cold because I don't have a blanket, and I keep turning, and my bed is really creaky.
Good point. That's a good point.
And he turns over to see Yark like snuggled up with like two rolls of blankets.
I want to
Just
see
Yeah.
the old man's blanket.
I actually think perhaps you are going to have to, Kaskin, take a level of exhaustion because
Oh!
you sleep in the cold.
Damn it.
Because it seems that there are not enough blankets. Unfortunately, that means you become exhausted as the night goes on. You, Janny, research until your eyes grow so heavy that you have to go to sleep as well.
Mhm.
And in the morning, everybody wakes up. But before you do, you can see what success you've had. So make for me a investigation check, Janny.
Yeah.
What did you get?
Oh. It comes up, doesn't it?
You wanted to cheat.
Embarrassing.
10 because the +3. Yeah.
10 with a +3. Okay,
No,
so
7 with a +3. 10
No.
with...
Got it.
Yep.
Okay, so essentially that's your work is a bit frustrating. It's not completely successful, but it is enough for you to realize that there is one particular book that they have here in the library that you believe has the answers to how the rings work. You narrow your research down to one book basically by the end of the night. Then you go to bed, and in the morning you wake up and you find yourself, Janny, waking up from a very horrible dream. You're dreaming that you're traveling with a bunch of just incredibly real psychopaths going on all kinds of adventures, but you become separated from them, and you find yourself walking instead through an old abandoned mill. The windmill itself is long since decayed. The building stones themselves are blackened with ash and soot, and the entire area, all the trees nearby are blackened, and there's a dark, foreboding energy in the mill. But in this dream, you find yourself walking through the fields and into the building. And as you do, you notice a grave that is sitting by the side of the mill. You see on the other side of the room a chain chained to a fence and with a dog collar lying on the ground. And then you think you hear a girl's voice laughing. And as you walk further and further into it, you suddenly start hearing and humming to yourself a tune that you realize that, again, is sort of this maddeningly familiar children's tune. And as you walk further and further in, you suddenly get the sense that you're walking towards someone, that there is a figure in the darkness in the center of the mill, a tall figure who's with a strange elongated body. And in the dream, you find your eyes dipping and looking lower and lower as you walk because you don't want to look at this figure, but you keep finding yourself walking forward until the music becomes so loud that you suddenly realize with a start that you're humming it yourself. And at that moment, you wake up from the dream find yourself lying in your bed inside Candlekeep. And in the bed opposite you, Serenade, who is still asleep. And Serenade, although she is asleep, is humming the tune from your dreams.
Oh my gosh, I can bring a tune. I have a music box.
Weirdos.
I could grab it. You guys go on.
Yeah, if you have a music box, Lisa, it's very appropriate for this.
Okay, I'll go grab it now.
She's gone.
So, Janny, you're the first one to awake. And as I said, Serenade's asleep, but she's humming this tune that you are sure was the tune you heard in your dream.
Kind of like I'm just trying to think. Do I have an ability to kind of mess with her when she wakes up? Like I got like this minor illusion thing, but I don't know if that's not an actual thing, is it? Like,
No, that's totally a thing, and she's gone.
Can I
She's
create
not at
something?
she's not at her computer right now, so you can totally mess with her.
oh, cool.
Yeah, so you can create a minor illusion. What's the illusion going to be?
Can the illusion actually be something like? Can I like make it like a bucket of water to drown not drown, but like whoosh on someone, or is that?
That's kind of exactly what minor illusion is. So a minor illusion is a small visual phenomenon.
Yeah.
So like a bucket of water.
Yeah, I would like to create a minor illusion of a bucket of water and just throw it on a.
Wait,
Oh my god.
what's happening?
Hey, what's up? You just woke up.
Oh,
That was a weird tune you were humming there in
yeah,
your
it's
dream.
this tune.
Oh, that's freaky. That's.
Christ.
Oh my god.
Exactly that. So you wake up to a illusory bucket of water splashing on you. And then as you quickly sort of awake for the start, you realize that firstly, you're not wet. And secondly, that the figure of Janny is standing over your bed, Serenade, frowning at you.
Then what do you do?
Jeez. She's
Stunned.
stunned.
I'm just so. Wait, is it me?
It's your turn.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Just
my
woken up.
turn. Sorry,
Just woken
I'm waking up and I'm sitting on the. It keeps on playing, so I don't know how to stop it.
You're humming it. Are you still humming?
I'm
Keep
still like,
humming
I
it.
kind of like it's in my head. It's repeating, and I'm just like absolutely stunned, and I'm stunned with all the water on me, and I'm stunned with the music, and then
Oh, shut up! Where did you get that tune from? Where did you start learning that?
I don't
tune?
even know. I heard it from that old man, right?
That's
Do
right.
you remember the old man?
Old man.
I look at is it Yark and
I'm
Cray?
asleep.
They're in the
Oh,
next.
dude,
They're in the
I'm
next
in the other
room.
room.
Fuck. I start to like just be a little bit frantic, and I'm just like, the boys, they know that it's. Why am
Are
I
you-
thinking about it?
Are you going to stop humming this tune, or are you going to keep humming it?
No, it's stopped now.
Well, actually, make for me a intelligence saving throw, if you can, Lisa, to see
Wait,
if you.
is it in the
So-
top?
It's in the saving throws are just underneath the top, the int one. That's exactly right. So you're making intelligence save. Tell me what you got.
– 14.
A 14. All right. So you start trying to suppress the hum, and you find that you can, but the more you suppress it, the more on edge you feel, and it starts to build up like a pressure in the back of your throat where you find yourself wanting to hum the tune again, and you're not sure how long you can last without humming the tune. But you stop yourself humming it for now. And did you say that, Janny, that you wanted to go and wake up the boys?
Yeah, but do I notice that she's distressed or?
All you notice for now is that she's stopped humming, but she does look panicked.
My eyes are widened and staring at something.
Okay,
So
stop
that's
looking
very-
like that. Let's go wake up the boys.
Okay.
Jesus, nothing happened to you. You're just awake.
just-
You're a little
nightmare.
unsettled as well because of the nightmare that you've just had, Janny, as well. So you walk across the hallway and you see in the next room the two boys are still wildly asleep. Yark
I like to think as you like walked into the room, Caskin's eyes are just wide open because he's got no sleep at all because of my snoring and how freezing it is in this room.
I have exhaustion level 1 because of you.
Yark is like in a cocoon of blankets and
Keep it cozy right now.
very happily snoring, and it's incredibly loud. So loud, in fact, that it takes you a while to see the very huddled and wretched-looking figure of Caskin, his arms wrapped around himself for warmth. But you can hear as you get closer, although he's still asleep, that while he sleeps, he's humming the same song under his breath.
I turn to Jenny and like I point and I'm like, that's the tune. And I point to me and then him. And then I
And how do you guys know this tune? What is...
Baby shark.
God, stop it! It's weirding me out. How do
I
you
don't
this
know.
tune?
I really don't know. But that old man that we met when I don't know. But maybe they can tell us as well. How do they know it as well?
It's
So
amazing.
I grabbed one of the blankets from
I didn't even know I was
Yeah.
humming. I was
just
humming.
like-
I was
Kinda
asleep.
dry
You're talking about
myself
the
with
old
it.
man. You're talking about the old man. That's what you're talking about.
the old man that was humming. Remember how you asked me to intervene?
I pushed them both aside, and I
You're
walked-
asleep.
Oh, am I not awake yet? I thought I was
No.
awake. I thought I couldn't sleep all night. I thought they were
You've
having...
man- I would say you've fallen asleep about an hour ago. So you are incredibly exhausted and you're humming. But the point is that you're humming this song while asleep.
What the? Even me, Caskin?
Yeah.
So
Somebody wake me up.
We're still asleep.
Baby shark.
Do something.
it's,
I don't know. I shake him awake then. I rush
right.
over to him and shake him awake.
Caskin wakes up with the song still on his lips, but Yark, you hear this and you wake up as well.
I am also awake now. Why? What are you doing? What's wrong?
The tune, the old man.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The tune. Yeah,
I've just woken up and you've sang the
Caskin,
tune.
You know how that old man was humming, right? No, look at
Right.
him. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Why were you humming it in your sleep?
I front flip out of bed. I stand up, I front flip out of bed, and I run out the door to the old man's door, and I kick it open.
Okay.
I kick
Great.
open the old man's door.
The door is still not locked, so the door splinters as it's kicked open for the second time a day, and the old man sits bolt upright in bed because he was asleep as well. He's like, "Oh, the young lord from the other day. What's happened? Are we under attack?"
I tackle the old man onto the bed.
Oh my God.
Why are you doing this to me?
And I pin him down. I kind of shake him a little bit, the old man. I say, "What's with the tune you were humming before? What's with the tune?" I'm shaking him.
Okay, as you start shaking him, he starts sort of babbling a little bit, and as you notice, the babbling becomes incoherent until he's sort of panicking and he's humming the tune in your face again.
What the? I kind of look down at him. I want to slap him across the face.
Yeah, great. Okay.
Yeah, great.
Correct.
You slap him, and for a moment he sort of becomes coherent again, and he's like, "The tune? What do you mean?"
I say, do you understand that you keep humming a tune every 2 seconds? And it's freaky as.
And it's contagious.
And it's spreading to my boys.
We need to tell the chief librarian, Varnier. Have you informed her?
I'm about to. I slap him once more and stand up, and I say to the homies, "Guys, we gotta go to the chief librarian. We gotta get out there now." I wink at Serenade, blow a kiss to Janny, and start running up the stairs. I'm leading the group.
Ebder's leading you, is coming along with you, and as he does, he says, "If this is," he stops you at the stairs, and he's like, "Young lord, if this is a contagious tune, perhaps you should stop humming it as well." And you realize that while you're running, you've actually started humming the tune.
Oh my god! I headbutt the old man as hard as I can, right in the nose.
Make an attack. Make an attack.
What?
You're
So
gonna
I
kill
go
him.
strength. I'm just
You
gonna
are
use
going
strength.
to kill him.
I use strength. I hit. That's a
he's
19.
level.
I rolled a
He's a
19.
Oh my-
level
you've killed
0 commoner, so he doesn't.
I hit him with
just
a
headbutted
19
him to death.
headbutt.
All right, a 19 headbutt, unarmed strike. It's 4 points of damage. He's a commoner, which means that the moment he points out to you that you are humming the song as well, it seems, correct me if I'm wrong here, that you freak out and headbutt the man at the top of the stairs. He falls backwards as he has 4 hit points because he's a commoner, dies instantly as he collapses down the stairs towards you. The rest of your friends all show up at the foot of the stairs. They look at the top where you're standing there, a manic look in your eyes, humming a children's rhyme on your breath, a spear in your hand, the crumpled dead body of Abder Smallstone at your feet.
I shake
I
my
guess
head.
we shrug and just kind of walk over it and keep
Honestly, at
running.
this point, I think at least Yanni and I are kind of used to it, so we just kind of
Yeah,
take a
we're-
larger step over the corpse.
I kind of just stand there. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm much more interested to know what Serenade's reaction is.
I kind of just I'm stunned. I'm just like, what is happening? I see the madman at the top. I see 2 of his mates just walk off like it's no big deal. And I kind of just look at him. And I'm just
I
like...
look at Serenade and I say, "Come on, Serenade, we're on an adventure." And I go like
And
this.
then under my breath, I'm like, oh god, am I next? And then I walk up the stairs.
All right, leaving the body on the floor in the middle of the hallway where anybody could find it, the rest of you make your way back into the library part of the Firefly's cellar.
I was going to say, can I rob him, but...
Oh, yeah.
Like,
No.
no.
No,
Yeah,
I
I think
already
Caskin
stole
already did
everything off
that.
him.
Yeah.
In for a penny, in for a fucking pound.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can have a small bag of silver coins that he has on his pockets.
that?
Considering
Oh,
there
Casper
you
did
go.
a terrible job at looting them.
he obviously took them out after Caskin robbed him.
I
and
mean, he's
sometime in the
dead.
night.
He's not.
He's not gonna use the silver.
those. He's alright.
Okay, you race up the stairs into the library, and you can see that the Varnier is already there with a small ramekin of coffee that she's sipping as she looks at you, and she's like, "Please, quiet in the library. What's all the ruckus?"
Sorry, we killed a guy.
No.
You real?
Are
you for real?
As Yuck's about to say
Just
that,
kidding. Just joking.
I cover his mouth and he goes,
That's one of those funny things.
It's just an inside joke we have that
Yeah.
we pretend that we kill every side character we meet.
Laugh serenades, laugh.
I've got to
Just
say,
Good, good.
once again, to be clear, we are playing Candlekeep Mysteries, a book of adventures by Dungeons and Dragons, and it covers a lot of eventualities, but I am running out of options of what to do if you just murder every librarian.
Sorry guys. I look at the librarian and I scream at the top of my lungs in the library, "We're all humming a really weird tune! Are you guys humming it too?" That's what I scream at the top of my lungs.
Really sure.
I also
Alright.
push the rest of the crew to the other side, forcing her to, like, as she's looking towards us, it's like the opposite way of where the corpse is, so that she can't see it in the background.
So you're sort of walking her over it.
Yeah, we like kind of like grab her and like turn her away
Pull her
from
away.
where the corpse is. Yeah.
All right, she looks at you and says, "You're humming something. A singing curse? Is that right? Am I understanding this?"
It's everybody's cursed, it seems. Yeah.
Yeah.
I nod profusely.
And I point
And
to
she
Serenade and I go, "Take it away," and then she sings. She goes, she sings it. Yeah.
No, she doesn't do that.
That
Oh,
tune.
no, there she
that
goes.
tune. Do you know that tune, miss? That
Step-
tune.
step
I
away.
know it.
Step
Casca
away.
knows it.
She said,
Please, do not get any closer to me. And she's
Oh.
stepping. There's no fear of her going down the corridor because
Alright.
she's stepping back from all of you as you sing
Stop
louder and
walking
louder at
away.
her.
Can I persuade her to like stop walking?
Yes,
intimidate her. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, make an intimidation check.
Yeah. Got it.
"Come on, Jenny,
No.
intimidate."
Intimidator.
Uh-oh. 2.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Can I have
That's
a roll?
cool, though.
Can I have a roll? Sing.
Because I'll let you. I will also let you, but only you, because this will be the advantage for the whole group doing it. But only this is the last roll.
Well, I scream at the top of my lungs, saying that Jenny has failed. "Stop running away!" That's what I scream, and then boom! I hit her with the. I hit a 7.
Oh.
That's not very
running away.
intimidating. It's strange how unintimidating you are, given that you have already murdered someone. But
Yeah.
I
Well, I
suppose she
started
doesn't
humming the
know
tune in
that.
the middle or something, you know. It was the tune.
His pants
Unintimid-
fall down as he yells.
Unintimidated, she suddenly makes a break for it, and she races up the stairs to the second floor of the library.
Wait, can I put her to
Yes.
sleep?
So we go into structured
Okay,
time.
okay.
So we're going to go into initiative order, which means that yes, Serenade, you're up first.
Because she's like in motion. How? Can I try and use the sleep to put her asleep so we can tie her up so she doesn't escape?
Yep, if you want to.
Okay, I'll cast it.
Okay, great. So you're going to cast sleep, which means that she has to take a wisdom saving throw, which she unfortunately passes. So she's able to shake off the sleep spell as she keeps racing. The next one up is Janny.
So what she is?
She's running away at the
She's
moment.
running away
She's
Trying
still
to
running
stop
away. Okay, I have so many abilities. Okay. I have like a suggestive spell.
Yes. So the way that works is that you could say any one word, and the
One
simpler the
word?
word. But
That was a sentence.
Oh no, I'm thinking of command. Sorry, I think you're right. I think suggestion is, I'm thinking of a completely different spell. So yeah, a course of activity limited to a sentence.
Stop.
Maybe you should turn around and talk to us. That could be interesting, couldn't it? Miss name person
Vernier,
library.
yeah.
Yeah, Vernier. Yes.
All right, she fails her saving throw, and she sort of stops running just before she disappears. And bewitched by Janny's warlock magic, she turns around, and her face is pale and her eyes are white. And she says, "I won't run, but you don't understand. We have had a singing plague in this castle before."
First
I
Listen
time.
start
to me.
laughing.
Why is he laughing?
What's so bad about singing?
I will show you. And she's still trying to keep her distance. And she's like, but please stop humming that song. The more you hum the song, the worse we'll get.
Okay, I nod my head, not humming it.
All right, but it's really, really frustrating you. The moment you start humming, stop humming it, you get more and more agitated. And she says, that book over there on the lectern, the big one with the purple cover, can you, Mr. Dwarf, can you grab it for me?
Yes, I will grab it. Is it on a high shelf?
No.
Okay. Well, then I will grab it.
I would never do that to you.
Okay, well, I've just had that happen before, and
it seems like your friends are very mean. So you take the quite reasonably sized book and you bring it over. It's got a big bookmark in it. And she's like, leave it on the table, and all of you just take 4 steps back. Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
Yes, but if this is some kind of trick, I will continue to hum. I like threaten her with the humming.
I promise this is no trick. We are all in this
I will
together.
hum. Trust me, I'll do it.
All right.
I'll hum if I have
And she's
to.
like, now before I do that, I just need to do this. And she very carefully takes a key from her around her neck, and she says, this is just to keep us safe.
A weapon! I pull out my crossbow.
No, I promise. Look, it's a stone key on a ribbon.
Oh, well then proceed.
All right, and she takes it, and she very carefully walks up to a panel beside the staircase. And as I said, this is a big semicircular 2-story room filled with books and a huge stone statue above your heads of a open book, which is one of the sigil of Candlekeep. She takes the key and she inserts it and she twists it twice, and there's a grinding sound and then there's a clanging, and she goes, all I've done is I have closed the trapdoors above us that take us back into Candlekeep. None of us can get out. What? No one from up there can get in. No, you don't understand it. This is a disease, and if it is spreading quickly, we need to quarantine ourselves.
Oh, who needs to quarantine? I kick
can't
up my
escape
javelin
it.
and
Now we're gonna get
aim it
yucks.
towards
Things
her.
are
And I'm aiming my javelin at her.
Oh no, another
But I'm
another
wearing a
character's
mask all
gonna
of a
die.
sudden because I'm about that protection, you know?
All right.
Handing out masks to everyone.
The moment that you start doing it and you start focusing on combat, you can't help yourself and you start to hum again. And she shrieks and she sort of dashes around the corner as your threat breaks Janny's suggestion spell, and she races upstairs and she's cowering upstairs. The book is still on the table in front of you, Janny, and you can see that it is a book that is a history of Candlekeep. And it's
Can I read it? Can I try to open it and read it?
Yep, make a quick intelligence check for me, or investigation. Investigation, actually.
I've been rolling low. Come on. Oh my god, I am so done.
Big roll? What was it?
It's a bad rolling in this one, unless you're rolling to kill a senior librarian. Okay, an 8. You look at it and you realize that with time you can study this, but it's clearly a history of the castle, but it's going to take you more time to come to terms with it. So you get the book and you very carefully close it, you put it in your backpack, but you aren't able to immediately make sense of it. Now, the woman has run upstairs. Did you just let her go?
Yeah.
What kind of entrance is she like? Is there like a door or something she's running towards up the stairs?
The only door that came into here was that trap door that was built into the floor and wall of the corridor that brought you to Firefly Cellar. And from the sound of the clanging shut, it sounds like that was the device that she closed with that key. So the key is still built. She left it there, hanging in the mechanism that was by the stairwell. So she doesn't have that key with her anymore. She just sort of ran upstairs to get away from all of you.
So she's got the door, the trapdoor open with the key.
I know
she closed.
She closed it to quarantine and isolate everybody inside the cellar.
Well, then she can't run out anyway. Then.
No, I think she ran away because she thought Kaskin was going to kill her.
Oh, she's just running in general. Okay, that's fine. No, that's fair enough.
But what does it mean? Why is she doing it? All right, make another perception check for me, Yak.
I will do that.
You can have advantage for this one.
Oh, huge. It's a 12, and I'll roll again. Okay. Oh, that's a 2. All right. So 12 is the
Rolling
strong
so
one.
low. I don't want to go into a fight with this rolling.
Well,
Crazy.
you're getting the bad rolls out. That's what you want.
Okay. You suddenly feel a sense of deja vu and you realize that you can see on one of the other stairways leading to the east to upstairs. You feel the sense that there is a small figure staring at you from around the corner.
Oh my god, the child. Can I investigate that any further, or is it just a shadowy figure?
You can definitely leave the rest of them and head off that way yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna head off by myself. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna head off and investigate it.
Okay, so while Janny's investigating the book and Kaskin is looking speculatively, trying to work out if he wants to run down and kill the librarian, and Serenade is seriously doubting, her companions that she's chosen for this adventure. Yak, you head back down around to the side of the library proper and the stacks, and you see a small girl with a gap between her teeth and shortly cut straw hair in a white dress. And she's got what looks like a little doll in her hands, and she's looking up at you, and she's quite a pale-faced little girl.
I'm just gonna slowly approach her and be like, "Hey, buddy, what's that's a nice little doll you got there? Hey, how you going?"
You good with kids?
I've never dealt with kids before, so I'm just trying any attempt to try and make a connection with this child.
Wonderful.
Like, hey, what do you got there? What do you
make a little charisma check for me?
Charisma, perfect. Where is my? Oh, right, of course it's -1. Okay, that's a 4. So.
Oh my
It's a
god.
4. Yeah.
This is not looking good.
This is crazy. All right, so she looks at you, and she suddenly, as you reach forward to her, you suddenly, she's looking at you. She doesn't break eye contact, and as you lean down and you try to smile, and then something in your smile suddenly makes her go bolt upright, and tears appear in her eyes, and she races up the stairs, and away from you, dropping her doll. And as she does, you realize what scared her, and it's that you didn't realize, but you've started humming the song as well.
Sorry about that.
The doll. Now you see there's actually 2 little dolls, and they're lying on the ground in front of you.
Oh, can I go and pick one up?
Yeah, you bend down and you look at the dolls, and you can see they're both made of simple straw and rags. They're handmade. One of them is of what looks like a farmer's wife with a big smile, and she's holding a handmade scythe in her hands that's been made out of a paintbrush and a little piece of paper, silver paper for the blade. And the other one is a frowning farmer who is lying on the ground, and someone has, with a pair of heavy scissors or shears, snipped off the feet of the dolls, and then painted red paint where the feet should be. So it's sitting there without little feet, with a frown on its face.
Oh no.
Oh, great.
Slightly creepy dolls for a little kid.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. So she's just bolted away from me after seeing me try and smile.
She's run up into a different part of the stacks because she heard you humming.
Okay. If that's the case, I'm gonna bring the doll back to the group and say, "Hey, I found these dolls from a small child upstairs. What do you think of this?" And I shove it in Kaskin's face.
I look down at him, and then I look back up to I look down at Yark and I say, "I didn't know you were into dolls."
It was from a small child, and it looks like she's cut off the feet. This is blood.
We should
little
burn
creepy
them.
little child upstairs.
We're not going
We
to
should
burn the dolls. They're demon dolls.
Are any of you good with children? There's a small child upstairs.
I am.
Other than Kaskin.
I gotta put my hand on Kaskin's mouth because I'm just like, not you.
I fight off Serenade's hands off my mouth, and then I look at everyone and I say, "Trust me, let me lead the way. Let's go up there and let's go face the kid and the bird lady. Let's go up there and do that." And so we start walking up there as Baz has the.
I point towards where I last saw the child.
Yeah.
Running up.
All right, so Janny, you pick up the book. Are you going with them as well?
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. So with Kaskin leading the way because he's decided he's good with kids, although I have my suspicions, he heads up to the top floor. The top floor is just like this ground floor of the stacks, a big semicircular library, though in place of there's a big stone table for studying books in the center of the ground floor. On the top floor, there's a balcony overlooking the ground floor, and this, as I said, this huge stone statue of a pair of hands holding a book open that is suspended in the middle of the balcony. And just by the balcony, you can see the figure of Vernier. You can see the small girl. You can also see Crinkle, the Kenku custodian, and you can see that Catwoman, Cthulhu, though you hadn't met her before, the one that was studying when you arrived. And Vernier is panicked, but she's explaining something to them. And she's like, look, I'm sorry. I understand that this is unexpected, but we are going to have to, all of us, remain here until the situation is under control. And now tempers are running high, but I ask everyone to be calm. And then she sees you and she sort of gives a half yelp and steps back as Kaskin as you arrive with your friends.
Okay. I walk in, right? And I got my hands raised, including my little cursed spear. I got my hands raised and I say, listen, I'm going to need some answers or I'm going to start killing at random, starting with the child. And I say, what is happening to us and how do we cure it? How do I stop humming the tune or I'm going to start throwing spears around the room? Tell us how I cure the tune. That's what I say.
Please do not threaten Gailby Smallstone, all right? Her father couldn't take it. Is that Cass?
That's what I say to her. I say, I'll kill you.
I understand tensions are running high. Nobody likes to be locked into quarantine. And the Catwoman says, he's talking sense. You need to let us out here. You can't imprison us down here like this.
True. I point to the hot cat lady and I say, she's right. That one's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. And the librarian Vernier says it's not a permanent solution. It's not an ideal solution. But listen, look, all of you, more of you are humming than were an hour ago. This is clearly incredibly contagious.
True.
And
it's true.
Now,
there must be something we can do to stop it.
Yes.
There must be a cure, right?
Who do I fight?
600 years ago, a singing melody was recorded in Candlekeep. She sees that Johnny has the book and she says, I was about to suggest we need to research where it came from and see if we can find out how they dealt with it last time. Other than that, I cannot risk all of Candlekeep to be consumed by this disease. 600 years ago when it happened, people died by the end of the outbreak, and that's all I know about it.
Oh my god. I look towards Jenny.
Do you have the book? Bring it here.
I do. I also had a dream too about this thing. I don't know if you guys have a windmill around or something. And I saw
a windmill.
Yeah. I don't know. There was also something else which I can't remember. It was a gravestone or something. Yeah. Do you have anything like that?
Can you come with me for 1 second? And bring the book. And she grabs a key from inside her pouch. And she opens up a door that leads into the bindery, which is the part of the library where they repair the covers of books. And there are a lot of this is also where they repair the tapestries that are hanging all through the library. And there's a series of racks on the back wall where old tapestries in need of repair are being stored. And she pulls two of them aside and she says, this mill, did it look anything like this? And you can see that there is a blackened, fire-burnt mill standing on the water, and it's the spitting image of the mill that you saw in your dream.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Do you know it? Is it nearby?
This hung on the first floor of the cellar when I first worked here as a junior scribe. It's been hundreds of years and no one's repaired it because the reparations work here takes forever and nobody seems to care. Look, and she's obviously, a little bit put out by this, and she goes, but it does mean 1 second. And she goes over and she takes, may I? And she takes the book from you. And she opens it up and presuming your letter. And inside she turns around and she says, yes, there was a traveling salesman brought a book here. This was back in the Second Age. And it's recorded that that they could not help the man and that he came from a village that it was afflicted by, and she's turning the pages quickly, a singing malady. Yes, this does feel relevant, and that he was quarantined here in the Firefly cellar. And then she turns some more pages, and the next couple of pages are very, all the book is very old and in disrepair. And she says, downstairs in the Firefly room, and And then the last page has been ripped out, and she says,
God.
"Interesting. Look, I am not an adventurer like you. I am not a mage. I'm not a spellcaster.
Or a dwarf.
Well, you need to start. You need to.
Or a
You
fighter.
really. Sure. It's again feeling a little bit desperate, but what I was going to suggest was there are rules. I need to look after this library. I need to look after these books. But if you think that you can find a way to stop this, take the book and here, take my keys. And she gives you a big bundle of keys. And she says, and do what you can to try and protect the people here. I will not stand in your way unless you try and break out of here. And if you do, let me tell you, that magical lock is strong. And there are more defenses in this place than just those locks if you try and break out. But
I get annoyed that she's saying this lock is impenetrable. I get annoyed by that.
professional
Ask her for some
pride.
money. Ask her where the money is. Librarians
No,
have
I don't
money.
need money. No, I want the challenge of breaking open the lock, so I grab the
okay.
keys out of her hand.
I'll be here and I'm going to look through this book and see if I can find anything that helps you. For the rest of you, and she's saying to the group, including like the Catwoman, just everybody, I would suggest you remain in your rooms. We have food, we are safe, and try not to hum the song. If you can help yourselves, and if you're not yet humming it, I suggest you remain in your rooms.
No.
You mean this? No, I'm joking.
I say no, and then I tell everyone that we're going to go on an adventure and we're going to go fix it.
Okay, great. So she suggested that you go down into what was called the Firefly Room, which is a room on the second floor that you saw on the first day when you passed through. It's the room that Crinkle keeps coming out of with her jars full of fireflies that she's using to light up the areas of the cellar.
Where is the dead body located?
Great question. Wonderful, timely question. The dead body is located in the Avowed quarters. And so far, because of the panic, everybody is still in the main library
Awesome.
area.
Just leave him there, right there in place.
She has, however, told everyone to go back to their rooms.
That's all right.
You're the first ones to leave. So
I kick him as we pass his body.
Okay.
So what?
I just kick his body.
Try and move him into a more inconspicuous area so no one
I
picks up
help,
on him.
and I
Otherwise,
put him
everyone in
on
here
the
is going to get
stairs.
a little bit mad that we've killed an old guy.
Can I pick up his body with everybody else and knowingly put him in a bedroom where I know someone will find him?
which bedroom are you going to pick?
The headmaster one.
You want to put him in the head librarian's room? Yeah. I mean, she's given you her keys, so you do actually have access to all of the rooms.
Can I attach a note to him that says, "I had a heart attack"? Written down.
So no, hang on, let me understand this. So your plan is that she's going to walk into her locked room and find a man who doesn't have keys to that room's dead body inside it on her bed with a handwritten note in somebody else's handwriting that says, "I had a heart attack." Am I getting that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Great, wonderful, you do that. All right, you make your way into her personal bedroom, again with keys that she knows she gave to you, and you put his dead body on her bed. You write a little message and you leave it there. And as you head out into the library proper, you realize, unfortunately, Yark, a horrifying discovery, and Janny, you too, which is that both of you are now humming the same song. Now all 4 members of the Cool, Handsome, Funny, Smart Adventurers Guild have succeeded in killing a librarian, very badly disposing the body, and catching a magical malady that seems to be running through Candlekeep, and only they can find the cure for. Now, shall we take a short break before we break into the second half of this?
I'm
I'm
loving
easy,
it.
whatever.
I might
Yeah.
just get some water, but I'll literally be like,
I'm good to go whenever.
Start it up without I'm humming the tune.
Yeah, awesome. For anyone who's just joining us again, this is Candlekeep Mysteries, which is out now, available at bookstores and online. It's a series of short adventures, all set in Candlekeep on the Sword Coast, all designed by up-and-coming designers like Kelly Lynn D'Angelo, Graham Barber, Derek Roos, Amy Vorpal, Mark Humes, Christopher Perkins, not exactly up and coming. And they're for adventures, one-shot adventures of all levels. And it's good. It's good. I like it.
It's great.
Yeah. We're playing Shemshime's Bedtime Rhyme, which is an adventure for level 4 characters. So, let's see how long you go before they find out you killed a librarian. You make your way down into the Firefly room, and the door is locked, but you can see that the key that you were given by Vanya works as you work your way through the bindery and into the Firefly room. This room is awash with the glow of thousands of fireflies, luminescent insects flitting around inside huge wall-to-wall glass terrariums that are on both sides of the room that Crinkle looks after and keeps a vast ecology of fireflies alive in, while there are shelves full of wooden boxes full of a kind of, I guess, liquid nutrient paste that he uses to feed the insects. And otherwise, you can see Crinkle's tools and his some of his personal effects scattered around another one of the big hooked poles that he uses. And there may be more that like more studious investigation will find, but that's what you see at first.
I might investigate a little further.
Yeah, great.
I believe I was the first to enter the room.
Yeah, make a little investigation check.
5.
Oh, God, Baz.
I'm getting them all out before we get into an encounter.
Okay, great. That's a 5. I'm going to let you have advantage on that because presumably Serenade and Janny are sort of helping and not just staring at you with
is a
horror.
Very good thought to have.
Yes, we're all
Now
good.
I've just rolled an 18, so
Yes! There you go. That's a little bit better. All right. So you make start searching the room, and you suddenly realize that you think you can hear something at the far end of the room. It seems just behind the stones behind the furthest back terrarium, there is what sounds like a kind of scratching, whispering noise.
I'm gonna like kind of hint towards it and slowly make my way over there.
Okay, you realize that it's the back wall of a terrarium that is full of fireflies and firefly larvae, sort of wriggling grubs all around the floor of the terrarium, and it's just thick with these glowing insects that are flying around in a state of some agitation, and it looks like there is a kind of loose flagstone in the back of the terrarium.
I'm gonna need someone with longer arms to come over here and grab it.
You probably are.
Okay.
I walk forward all brave and I say, I ain't afraid of no bugs, and I reach forward and grab the flagstone.
All right. So in that case, Kaskin reaches into it and pulls at the stone, and as he does, there is a burst of flame as a skull flies out from the space, along with a couple of bones, it has to be said. But the skull, as it reaches into the falls into the glowworms, there's a burst of fire inside its eye sockets, and it flies upright as a flame skull and bites at Kaskin. And Kaskin, make for me a dexterity save.
Oh, this is gonna be a big save. Yes, I hit a 17.
All right, you managed to pull your hand back at the last second and avoid a bite from the flame skull. But it spills, smashes out of the terrarium as you unnecessarily backflip across the wooden tiles of the room, and it smashes the side, and glowworms go everywhere, obscuring everyone's visions as the flame skull jumps out, and you can see that it is not just humming, but in fact singing in a mocking, nasally voice lyrics to the same tune that you heard before. As we go into combat, so it's time to start rolling well. So, does everyone quickly roll some initiative and let me know what you get?
Yep. Initiative.
Just to double check, it's the top row, was it? Or
the initiative is in the middle and the top.
15.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Oh, yes, I hit a 20.
Oh, now we're talking. These are good.
I don't see it.
Oh, it's right in the middle, underneath proficiency.
Right next to your armor class.
I see.
Do you see it, Lisa? Oh, we both
I got 20.
Oh, we
Well
both
done.
got 20.
Yeah, which means you're going to act at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
Okay, you go first.
No, you go first. You go first. That's
All right.
scary.
Lufa, what did you get? Sorry, Lufa?
11.
11. Okay, great. So yes, you both go first and you both go immediately.
So what exactly do I see in front of me? A floating flame skull?
Yes, and there is glowworms pouring out of its mouth and its eye sockets on fire every time it sort of spins around. It has these kind of ghostly flame-like wings that are propelling it, jerking it around like it's a puppet around the room.
Can I kick up my spear? No, actually my javelin. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw my javelin straight at it as hard as I can.
Excellent. All right, make for me an attack.
Okay. So to hit, I hit a 23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And damage, I hit a 3 plus 3 for 6.
Yeah, great. So you take it. It flies backwards. Shards of bone hitting it as the javelin embeds itself in the side of the wall, but the flame skull is still up and about as it turns around, zipping around, spitting little bolts of fire out. While it's moving, Serenade, you get to go as well.
Can I use the second level sleep on it?
You
Like
can.
unconscious,
Sleep will
or-
often not work on like creatures
No, on
of pure magic
flying.
like this. No,
What
it's
about?
flying.
What about the hold person one, like paralysis? But
Yeah,
it's
you
not
could-
technically a humanoid though.
No, it's but I know I'll let you do that. That's fine.
Oh, okay. So, what do I roll for it? Or
The hold person, I think actually it has to make a saving throw, wisdom saving throw, DC 14, which it succeeds, but it's slowing down. So you zap it with some magical power, and its speed is reduced slightly.
that's
but,
okay. Good enough for me.
But it's not entirely paralyzed. It does, however, mean that the next person that attacks is going to get advantage.
Huge.
And the next person is Yark. And advantage Yark usually means you can do a sneak attack.
It does. And I'm gonna use that advantage, believe it or not. And I'm gonna pull out my crossbow. And try and sneak around and try and get a good angle on it.
Okay, so it's easy to get a good angle because Serenade is sort of holding it to the wall with a beam of magic from her hand, so you can make a sneak attack with advantage.
Oh, huge. And okay, that's a 10. All right, let's get a little bit bigger than that.
10 is not good enough.
Oh, it's a 6. Okay, literally the lowest one I could have got.
Yark has spent a year practicing with his pump action hand crossbow, freaks out, gets kind of performance anxiety, trying to track a paralyzed skull that is being held in place by a bard, fails, unless Serenade is also using her bardic inspiration to aid you.
Can I?
Well, I guess you are singing. You are singing because
I'm
you are
using it.
magically forced to sing.
Yes, I'm
So-
singing.
All right.
Tra-la-la-la-la.
Yark, that means you get to roll one extra six-sided dice. Do you want me to do it?
Six-sided die. Yeah, you roll it.
I've got it for you. So if it rolls a 4 or more, then that means your sneak attack actually hit. I did roll a 4, which means
Thank
that
God.
you have actually hit, but only because of Serenade's song.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Huge.
But that's one of your 4 for the adventure, Serenade. That's one of your 4 inspirations.
Okay, I'll mark it.
Save them for me.
Yeah, she let you fail in your own time.
Is it Janny's turn?
Oh yeah, it's my turn.
I'm just waiting for the damage from Yark.
Oh,
Okay.
and the damage is 9.
Whoa!
9. And that's not even including your sneak attack damage, which is another 7. So you do 16.
Whoa!
Boom,
Huge.
headshot.
Yeah, absolute literal headshot because that's all there is. And the flame skull smashes back in its jaw, pings off it. But instead of looking like it can't bite, you just see pure spectral ghostly flame where the jaw used to be as dead glowworm larvae fall down like burning rain from inside it as it shakes off the whole person's spell and dives towards Janny. Janny, you've got a second to react if you want before it attacks.
Dodge. I don't.
You can actually
Too slow.
you can use your ability your turn to dodge. It gives you a bonus on defense, but you can also attack it or cast a spell if you want.
What's coming at me, isn't it? Oh my God, I don't get hurt.
It will attack you right after your turn.
Wait. Is it a melee?
It will be in melee range. Yeah, it's
Can I
coming
use
in.
my armor of Agathis? Agathis?
Yeah, you can cast Armor of Agathis if you want. So that means that you'll gain bonus hit points, and if it attacks you, it'll take damage. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
All right, great. So as it dives towards you, Janny very quickly falls back and with her hands performs a quick, almost faster than you can see Carter, as her body turns ice blue just seconds before the flame skull attacks her and tries to bite into her. It seems like frost glitters off her dress, and it attacks you with spitting fire at you as it tries to bite even without its jaw. And it attacks you, Janny, and you take, let's see, 3d6 fire damage. So the first time it attacks you, you take what would be 9 damage, but is only 4 because of your Armor of Agathis, as your armor shatters into shards of ice that bite back at it, damaging it as it attacks you. It spins around in pain, and it spits a globule of fire at Kaskin as well.
Hey.
Kaskin, it's a critical hit, I'm afraid.
Jenny!
I'm rolling great. I don't know about you guys.
What?
And you take 9 points of damage, which becomes 18 hit points
Oh my
worth of
god.
damage.
If that was me, that would have been awful.
So it's still
Oh my
quite...
god! I just lost half my health.
Yeah, but Kaskin, that only makes you madder, and it's your turn.
I'm gonna bloody. That's it. I get out my I'm gonna use my cursed spear, and I activate special anime move, and I run towards it.
Okay.
All right.
Running towards it, and I'm gonna attack once, and then I'm
Yep.
also gonna use my bonus attack, Polearm Master bonus, and attack again straight away.
Wonderful.
Boom, boom, spinning around. I'm spinning. I look badass. Just letting everyone know.
Like a little
So in a-
ballerina.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah. I hit a 25 to hit.
That'll do it. Inexplicably, the room goes into like 16:9 resolution, and
Yep.
like lines of power and energy fly off Kaskin as the camera whips around him as he spins around with his cursed spear and flies at the flame skull, burying it deep into the back of the skull. How much damage, Kaskin?
I will roll now. I roll a 8 on the first hit, and
Yep.
then on the
The
second
second one
hit,
has to hit as well.
Oh, the second one has to hit as well. Oh, come on! Yes, I rolled a 20, and I hit a 7 for damage.
Oh.
All right. As Kaskin drives his spear into the back of the skull like a pincushion into the wall, stabbing through it as the skull screams the song that it has been singing this entire time in Kaskin's face. And for the first time, you start to make out the lyrics, and then it starts to slow down, and it continues to sing the song as the fire inside it dies slowly until it is just a skull pinned against the wall, but giving you all time to hear as it sings to the rhyme again and again as the music. And for now, you hear the words for the first time, which the skull is singing to you as it sings. See, a mother scything wheat, forgotten husband sleeping near. With one swing he took his feet, with another took his ear. Does the shadow have a name? Shemshine. Causes grief, avoids the blame. Shemshine. See, a dog knows how to heal, never heeds plea nor command. Mother gives a tasty meal. Dog chose instead to eat her hand. Does the shadow have a name? Shemshine. Causes grief, avoids the blame. Shemshine. And Janny, as you hear this, you find yourself back in the dream, looking at a dog collar on the floor, a grave by the side of a mill, a burnt down mill, a brackish river by the side of the mill. See the son doing his chores, washing clothes for folk in town, fell into the river's roar, sank to the bottom and drowned. Did the shadow have a name? Shemshine. Causes grief, avoids the blame. Shemshine. And with that, the skull finally, the fire inside it burns out as it falls to the ground as Kaskin pulls back his spear.
And then I spit on it. I spit on the skull. Spit on it. Take that. That's for burning me worth of 18 damage, little bastard.
Now you are quite hurt, but you have managed to access this room inside the fire, and as you sort of dig around inside it, you see that there are bones. There is what looks like a filthy old, very old, that falls apart almost instantly as you touch it, avowed robe, and someone has tightly packed the skeletons of 2 different people, it seems, inside this little oubliette that's cut into the back of the Firefly Rookery. And you can also see that there's a couple of items that you pull out as well. There's a dusty old ledger, a book, and there is what looks like a necklace of wire with metal discs on it.
I reckon I can I pick up the books and throw one to Serenade and one to Janny, and then I look at Yark and I say, put the human bones in your bag, and take the necklace because we got to take it to the windmill. I understand the quest already. I've figured it out.
I pick up only the necklace.
I am stuffing the human remains into my backpack.
Okay. So the necklace. So Yaka gets the necklace.
Mm-hmm.
You fill your backpack full of bones.
Yeah.
And fireflies and bits of skull because it's everywhere. And as you make your way back out, now I need for all of you to make for me some charisma saving throws for witnessing that. So can everybody make a DC 15, which means you have to get 15 or higher, charisma save.
Oh, where can I find that?
I got
Can
a
we
3.
roll again?
No, you can't.
Where can I find that? Sorry.
So it's the saves,
The left
Lisa.
side?
Yeah, saving throws are just a
Oh wait, I rolled the wrong one. Oh, I rolled the wrong one. I'll roll again.
It's okay, don't worry about it because I can work out from your 3 what you would have rolled.
God damn it! And then I just rolled a 7 anyway.
I got
Punish me.
17.
All right, so Yark and Kaskin failed. Lisa succeeded. Janny, what did you get?
24.
24. Okay, so
Flying colours for you.
the girls ruled, the guys drooled, and suddenly, as you are walking, you realize that as bad as it was to not to hum the music, now that you know the lyrics, you just find it impossible to not start singing. Under your breath, does the shadow have a name? Shemshime causes grief, avoids the blame. Shemshime. And as you sing it, it actually starts to manifest in your minds and mouths as a real tension, as you feel like every time you're singing it, a tiny bit of a terrible tension inside you is being released. But instead of making you feel better, it's just making you feel more and more dread. But it's so compelling that you find it impossible not to do it. And as you do it, the two of you don't notice something else is happening. And now, Janny and Serenade, can you quickly make for me perception checks as you walk out of the room, heading towards the tapestry with Kaskin?
Perception chest is the top row, correct?
It's in the skills.
Oh, in the skills, sorry.
After you.
Oh no! Janny rolled a 3.
I got a 7.
Oh god!
Oh, no,
we're
8.
wrecked.
Sorry, an 8.
All right. So, walking forward, you unnerved as you are by the fact that the two guys are singing, you don't think too much of it, and as you walk with them towards the bindery, and as you go around the corner simultaneously, without even realizing that they're doing it, Kaskin and Yark suddenly step forward, raise their weapons, and one of them attacks you each. So Kaskin, can you attack Serenade for me with your spear?
No!
And Yark, I need you to do a sneak attack on Janny.
Oh my
Yes.
god!
I can't
No
believe
fear
it.
of these
You
two
are.
and his stupid spear.
Oh my god!
I got a 24.
Oh, now you roll well.
Oh, shit!
my
I only
God.
hit a 10. Thank God.
Okay.
I don't miss.
Okay.
So
So
do I
And for damage, I hit an 8, but I missed surely.
Kaskin
Yeah.
misses.
Yes.
So Kaskin attacking Serenade misses. Janny, unfortunately.
And it's because
I'm the
my
weak
will is
one.
more powerful than Yark's as well.
No,
That's part of the
you
lore
were-
too.
You were at maximum hit points because you'd had a sleep the night before. So you were actually at 19 hit points. But
No, I got hit.
did you get hit in this adventure?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
your
but-
armor's shattered. You only got
Oh,
hit by
you
Yeah,
took
but then
4.
I took 4. Yeah.
You took
Oh.
4. So you're on 15 hit points. How much
Yeah.
damage did you do, Yark?
I just did 8.
Oh!
Did you count your sneak attack damage?
No.
Oh!
All right.
no!
Okay.
Oh, no!
So
I'm
in
going
that
back to
case, all right, you do another
What is
6.
Janny?
No, you do another 6 points of damage, which is 14. So Janny, you're down to 1 hit point. as you spin around and you see that Yark, with his eyes narrowing, is standing there, and he's just fired 2 crossbow bolts into the back of your shoulder. At the same time, Kaskin, who's singing the song mechanically now, is holding his spear as he dives forward at Serenade, who at the last minute spins around and is able to block the spear and knock it to the side.
Oh.
Damn, I got moves.
Now, you get Janny and Serenade. You both have a chance to perform an action if you want.
Can I heal? Like AoE heal?
Yes, you can. You can cast Healing Word.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
All right, that will take your whole action. You have. Oh no, that's a bonus action. So you will.
I have
You can.
3 slots for it.
Yeah. So Healing Word will be free, which
Okay.
means that you're going to cast that immediately and
Yeah.
do. A creature of your choice that you can see will regain 2d4 plus 4 hit points. So who are you healing with that word?
Jenny.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool. Yes, everyone.
Man.
Okay, great. So you cast that, and Janny, you take 11 points of life back.
Thank you.
So you're back to 12 hit points.
So who are we versing? Are we
You're
defending
versing us.
ourselves from those two?
Wake
Versing
us
it.
up.
We-
Wake me up.
They're both magically enchanted at the moment.
Okay, so I
Now,
want to hurt them.
this is the problem.
What am I
Serenade.
gonna
Serenade, it's still your action. Healing Word is a bonus action. So you still have one more thing you can do if you want.
Can I put both of them to sleep? The enemy, like Yak and
Yeah, normally we'd only.
no.
No, I think I'll allow
Or
that.
maybe just like hold person then, just like paralyze them so they don't attack us anymore because I'm scared.
I think that's more fair because that's a lot to cast in one turn. But I think but hold person I think is more is better. So
Okay.
but that will only work on one of them.
Okay.
So who
I'll-
are you gonna pick?
Hold down the deadliest one.
because
Yes.
he did more damage.
How you feel about that, Kaskin? How do you feel about being the beta threat?
Should have woken me up. So
She's
I
not
can-
even
I can-
worried
I'll
about
pin
you,
him
mate.
down. I'll pin him
She's
down.
not even worried
I'll
about
pin him
you.
down. You wait till my attacks actually hit.
Wait,
Okay.
no, that.
All right, make a wisdom saving throw for me, and you probably want to fail this one, Yark.
Anyway.
Oh, I don't plan on it. I got a 14.
All right, let me just see what the. All right, you're lucky there. The DC is 14, so
Oh.
we'll call that a hold. So you are thrown against the wall by a beam of light that comes from Serenade's hands, and your eyes, as the shock of hitting the wall hits you, your eyes snap open, and Janny and Serenade, you both realize that it seems like damage wakes them up. So
Oh,
although the hold person doesn't completely hold you, the impact of it wakes you up.
Oh.
And the next one up is Janny.
So you're saying damage wakes them up. Well, Kaskin.
Oh,
Let's see
God
what I
damn it.
have here. I have a cloud of daggers. I
No!
have a mage hand.
he is
No.
I
half
have-
HP.
Slap me.
Slap him.
Shadow.
You have a shadow spell. You could break his weapon.
No, don't break me. Spear's a good one.
I think. Oh no, I don't want him to stay burning. That would be mean, wouldn't it?
You move so small.
I don't really have small things.
Yeah, Janny doesn't do small.
Can she just
I
walk up
suppose
and
I'm
slap
gonna
me?
go to my equipment. I'll see. Can I
You're-
like? Oh, I got a hammer. Can I just hammer his head?
you can, but if you miss him, it's not going to wake him up. That's all. But you can give it a go.
Oh,
Risk
I
it.
Don't do
don't
more
have
damage,
any
I'm low.
ability to throw.
Just risk
You're not
it.
low. You're half. I was low.
I'm 18.
Maybe you need to feel like what it's like to be on 1 health.
I will tell you.
Change my
with-
mind. Cloud of daggers, go.
Oh my lord!
Don't cloud of daggers me!
Got 4
All
of
right.
them.
Whipping her hands around into shapes of knives, suddenly you find yourself in the center of a storm of spectral daggers that are whipping and cutting around you. Make for me quickly a I don't think you actually even get to roll to save. That's a great
Oh.
spell.
Oh,
So yeah, so Kaskin, on the start of your turn, you take 4d4 damage from Cloud of Daggers, which is 13 points of
Oh
damage.
my
What?
god.
As you are cutting your legs, your arms, and one of them whips past, giving you a cool scar just above your eye.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
And also another one whips around and just cuts your mustache right off your face.
Oh!
That's what happened.
So you get a killer shave.
Oh my god! Then I wake up and I like look around and I see my mustache on the floor, and I get down to my knees and I just start crying, like I'm just crying a lot. And then I get up, wipe my tears away, say, "Oh well, cool scar." And I look at Jenny, I give her a little thumbs up.
I walk back over and say, "Where did Caskin go?" Just confused. He's just gone. Because he's unrecognizable by the moustache gone. So.
You're a dwarf. You don't if humans change their hairstyle, you cannot recognize it.
Yeah, you all look the same to me.
It's me, Yuck. It's me.
Get off me, stranger.
And I pick him up like a little baby and I shake him.
Oh.
He doesn't do that.
No, kiss him off for you.
He doesn't do that either.
Okay, wonderful. Now, for a moment, it seems that you are all of you are calm again, but you know that at any moment the song will start taking control of you, and you can hear now what seems like thumping and fighting happening downstairs that suggests that you aren't the only ones that have been afflicted in this way. Now, you can quickly take some healing if you want.
Yeah.
Thank God we killed the old man earlier.
Yeah, thank
he might
God,
have
we can
woken up
eat
and
him.
gotten possessed.
Oh.
No, I was going to say he might have got possessed by the song, so
True.
we would have had to kill him anyway. So we were actually smart in killing him.
Let's heal. We take a short, long rest.
You can't take a short, long
You mean
rest.
short? We're just going to sit here.
We'll take a long one.
When I said that you can heal, I mean that, for instance, Yark, you can take your second wind if you want. And
I
if
feel
you...
fine. I haven't.
Oh, sorry, no,
anything.
you don't have second wind. So Caskin can take second wind,
Yeah.
or if you ask Serenade, perhaps Serenade will cast
What
Cure
does second
Wounds.
wind do? Sorry.
It's a once a day.
How much
Fighters
health will I get?
As a fighter, let me just find it for you. It will. I think if you can just click it as a ability, but give me 1 second. I've got to look up your character. Give me a sec. It's not a huge.
Oh, there
amount.
it is. I think it's only 1d10 plus 4.
That will be it. Yep, that looks
So
right.
that's 14.
Well, if you roll a perfect score, it is Caskin.
Oh no! How do I? It won't let me roll it though. It just says.
It's okay. I'll do it for you.
Okay.
So it's 1d10. I've got real dice here, so that's all good. So you roll a 4 plus 4 is 8. You take 8 hit points back.
And now Serenade will heal me.
Will she?
Well, I kind of like, because he missed and then he was possessed, I'll heal him.
Oh wow!
There you go.
Thank you,
Anyone
Serenade.
Anyone that Serenade heals takes an extra 10 hit points of healing back.
Oh, so I
You can-
healed Jenny, was it? Jenny? So then she gets plus 10 as well? Or
No, that was a different spell that you'd already cast. So you could cast Cure Wounds on everybody if you want. You've got 3 slots left, but that would be the rest of your first level slots.
I'll just heal. I'll just heal one then.
Caskin. Yeah, just heal up.
Yeah,
Caskin.
I'll
Maybe
just
cast
heal.
that twice on me. And then I'll be max health again. That'd be really cool.
I'll just do Caskin. Is it Cure Wounds?
Yeah, Cure Wounds.
Yeah, I'd like
I'm
to
all
do
good
that
again. I'm 23 out of 36. This is great.
All right. Congratulations, Caskin.
Thank you,
You've
everyone.
been healed up again by the support. So you make your way into, I think you said the bindery, the room where the tapestries were displayed.
Yep.
Yep. What did you want to do here? What was your plan? You said you'd solved the mystery.
Yeah.
Not to put you on the spot, but
Ah.
you said it was solved.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what exactly is in front of me? Exactly.
So this room has a bunch of desks where the Avowed repair books that need repair, or for books that are too far gone, they transcribe them. This is how the library keeps the books together. This is also where they repair the tapestries.
No, this isn't where the bones go. And I'm shaking my head and I say, no. This isn't where we dump the bones. We dump the bones near the dog collar.
The dog collar was in a dream.
Yep.
So-
Well, I'm waiting to see it.
Do you even know about the dog collar?
No. Lufu's character explained it. She talked
Okay.
about the dream.
I just turn around and say, we got to dump it near the dog collar when the demon man comes.
In the dream.
Yeah, when in the dream. When it'll show up.
So you're going to go to sleep? Am I understanding that right?
No, I'm ready to fight. Let's fight someone else.
I can see.
Emotions for everybody to lie down and go to bed.
It's just I'm not understanding.
I don't think anyone's really understanding this. Okay, so you're going to head back into the library. You don't want to stay in the bindery?
Depends what the nerds think. Janny, Serenade, what do you see? What are you doing?
Because you made the trouble of coming back into the room. You can make an investigation check. Someone can make it with advantage for the group.
I'll do it. Investigation. I hit
You have the weakest
I
investigation.
hit a 7. I roll
Yes.
again.
Of course.
I
Your
hit
favorite with
a
that.
17.
Oh,
Ooh.
Congratulations.
stumbles
All right.
over something.
Yeah, well done. So you do. You find a book, and the book is a ledger of all of the repair work that is being done in the of books in the room, and you can see that it's sitting on a bench that has 3 other books that are in various states of repair. Sort of like the covers are being replaced, pages are being redone in them, that kind of thing. And this ledger describes the works that are currently being repaired, and it lists 4 books: Festivals and Festivities of Ancient Cormier, replace cover; Living a Dream, 3 Years Among Stone Giants, replace cover; Shemshime's Bedtime Rhyme,
That
replace
one!
spine.
When I see that one, I say that one, and I point to that one, and I start reading that.
Well, there's only 3 books on the table, and
Shemshime.
those books. No, those
You know
books.
how to read?
No.
Now, Kaskin isn't a barbarian, which means that he does know how to read. Only barbarians don't know how to read. But as I said, there are only 3 books there, so the book has been removed by someone.
Shemshine.
But now you have a name for the book. There's a book that was meant to be repaired in this room called Shemshime's Bedtime Rhyme.
I turn around and I say to everyone, we got to look for a book called Shemshime Bedtime Rhyme, because Janny had a spooky-ass dream about it. We got to find it. So
We need to look for exactly one thing, says a voice.
the hell
A very
was that?
tight, panicked voice in the doorway. And you turn around and you can see that the Tabaxi sage, who is now standing, and her claws are out and her eyes are tight, and her ears are flat, and she looks very, very tightly wound. And she says,
put your bloody claws away and put
As
your
we
ears back
pan
up.
towards her, a stray arrow narrowly misses her. So I fired at her. Just
You
being
fired at
shocked.
Can I intimidate her because she's trying to intimidate me? Can I scare her back?
You can, but first of all, just hear what she has to say, which is she says, we need exactly one thing. You were given a ring of keys. I am getting out of here now. Give me the keys, or on your heads be it. And she again pulls out her claws and scratches down the side of the door as a threat.
Oh my god! I get out my great sword and I say, "Settle down, little pussy cat!" And I make myself look bigger than hers, and I growl like a bear.
Okay, she looks at you and she shouts out something in the druidic tongue, and as she does, she casts Shalila as a glowing wooden quarterstaff appears from the stick that she was holding in her other hand, and she says, "You would threaten me? Give me the keys, or I will kill you here in this library."
Oh my god! She's really grinding cat.
She's like mad with panic at this point.
Oh.
She's like, "I will not die in this place."
Okay, what about this? I suddenly throw down my sword and I look into her eyes and I say to her, relax. We're all going to make it out of here. It's all going to be okay. Just chill out a little bit. I'm trying to persuade her, charm her up, you know?
Okay, now when you say you throw it, you don't actually, because it's cursed and stuck to your hands. You try to throw it, and then it's just
I'm shaking it.
slackly. Yeah, you're sort of shaking it around below you. But make for me with disadvantage, because this is a Tabaxi. They are already unhappy being underground, and she's reached her snapping point. So make a persuasion check.
Come on! Oh, I hit a 17.
Oof.
Oh,
With
nice
disadvantage, so you need to roll.
Again! Oh no!
I'm
Come
sorry.
on! 18! Oh!
Why is it that Kaskin can pull out the charm when he needs to? She looks and she calms down a little bit, and she's like, "We will all be dead. You heard what the librarian said. If we stay here, we will all be dead, like what happened to that village." We have to get out of here.
I'm already dead on the inside.
I looked at Yak and I said, "You're freaking her out. You're scaring her. Just relax. Put your claws away. We are your friend, not your foe."
Wait, can I perk up and ask what village?
Oh, good.
Like,
stunned.
what do you mean? Like, what type of, which village? Can you tell us more?
Was it already after you'd left the library? The senior librarian, she said that a traveling merchant had come from a village where the singing melody originated, and he brought it to Candlekeep, and that everyone in that village had died.
Do you know much about this village, or it's just that's all the knowledge you have?
It was a small town. She had a map. It's just in the library. We can go there if you want.
Yes, please bring us to where the map is.
All right. So she walks with you, and she's very much on edge. Anything will make her snap again, but she's been calmed by Kaskin's calming tone and if you say so, and Serenade's questions. And you can see that the head librarian is gone, but the book is still there, and she's laid it out next to a huge map of the Sword Coast. And far to the northeast, near a dwarven city that you would know, Yark, called Mirabar, there is a small village called Darkshire that she circled. And she's like...
yes. I do know this place.
Yes. So Darkshire was a village that disappeared hundreds of years ago, but is still on a lot of maps, and you would recognize it, Yark.
I do recognize it. Aha! Yes! Look at that!
It's by a river.
Is it? Yeah. Sorry.
All right. As you are looking at this, you're all leaning in because the light is quite low in here, and you realize it's substantially lower than it was last night, and it's getting colder as well. And you suddenly realize that the temperature is starting to plummet in the room.
This is when I pull out my blanket from my bag and wrap it around me. That I'm holding on to.
Yark feels fantastic. Yark's having a wonderful time. Yark is prepared. Yark knows how to go to an adventure.
I have a thought of killing the cat woman and using her fur around me for warmth.
Is it just a thought? It's just a thought?
It's just a thought, but I'm also very tempted to kill her. Or use animal handling to get her to her baby.
Okay. While this is happening, Janny, can you make an intelligence test for me? Intelligence save, sorry.
Yeah. He's 12. So 13.
13, okay. You have been trying this whole time to not sing the song, and it's particularly important that you don't, because as not just a Kalashtar, but also as a warlock, you are particularly attuned to this kind of shadow magic, and it is particularly powerful when it manifests itself through you. So you've been holding your tongue, literally trying to stop yourself from singing these words. But as you lean in and you're trying to take in the map, under your breath, you suddenly, unfortunately, hear yourself say the word Shemshine again. And when you look up, you realize that your friends all look like they're made of smoke, like they're kind of ghostly and translucent. And beyond the smoke, it seems that you are standing outside the ruined tower again.
We're gonna have to kill her.
God.
We'll have to kill Janny.
She's possessed.
But we're made of smoke now, so we can't.
None of you have yet noticed this, because you're all kind of studying the map and then looking back at Yark, who keeps sort of pounding the table as if he's trying to suggest that he's worked something out, but he hasn't worked anything out, and it's getting embarrassing.
So I'm like in this weird state. Can I?
What do you want to do? Do you want to try and sort of snap out of it? Do you want to walk away from the table? Do you want to look around?
Maybe look around and what?
Okay, make a perception check for me.
Mm-hmm. 7.
Ooh. All right. So you have you sort of look around and you start realizing, for 7 you notice that this seems to correspond to the story and the rhyme. You can see that there's a wooden block with a bloody axe sitting next to the mill. You can see that there is, by the millstone, there is a collar and a chain of a rabid dog that's been put down, and there is a little basket of laundry and a pair of boys' shoes by the water of all the people that had died inside the rhyme. But for 7, you don't notice anything else except that you suddenly get this unearing sensation again that although none of the others can see you in this sort of smoky state, that there is a very tall figure who's standing inside the mill, and that he's looking at you, and he's starting to walk slowly towards you.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Oh
Kill
no.
him. That's what Caskin would do.
Should I get out of this state? Like.
Now, at this point, you can make for me one more intelligence save with
Okay,
advantage because
okay.
you've been in it for a while now.
20.
Okay. For a 20, you blink your eyes and clear. And at the last minute, you realize that you've started reciting the story again. And you notice 2 things. As you're reciting it, the tall figure is walking in the tempo of your rhyme. So the faster you recite it, the faster it walks. And as you stop reciting it, it stands still. And with that, as you clear the smoke and you find yourself back in the room, for a second, you realize, you think you can see, peeking beside the old ruined mill, you can see a girl in a white dress who is holding what looks like a brass covered book, and then you snap awake again.
Okay.
Yo, what was that, Janny? I've noticed that Janny was acting all freaky.
She just
and weird.
mumbles, okay. to herself.
Everybody notices that Janny takes a huge breath and snaps awake again.
I say, you weird as hell.
Are you alright?
Do you want to listen to what I heard? Or
Yeah,
you
tell
want
us
to call
what
me
you saw.
weird, huh?
Tell us what you saw. Tell us what you saw, and then she explains it. Because I just listened to it.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So yeah, she quickly explains the dream to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow, that's
That's
a
very-
lot. That's a lot
Yeah,
to
We
take
gotta
in.
kill the- let's get. I want to fight the boss.
And then I say that was the girl I saw earlier.
Oh my
That
god.
Now the
Casper
others
said,
haven't-
I'm pretty sure.
The others
Yeah.
haven't seen this girl before. So Yak tells you that he saw a girl standing.
The girl you're describing reminds me of the girl I saw earlier that I got the dolls from.
The cat
Really
woman
bold.
who you're standing with says, a girl. Did you say that? That would be Gailby Smallstone. She's Ebder Smallstone's daughter, the junior sage. You would have seen him, an old man with white hair. She's his only daughter.
Oh fuck.
By the way, where is Ebder?
I think he was resting in this room last time we saw
Oh
him.
god damn it.
I have no reason to believe you're lying. Okay, wonderful. But she has her own. She has her own rooms down by the worm trail.
We should go to a room. Let's go to a room.
Oh,
We're gonna kill the camera.
how close is that in proximity to his room?
It's just. I guess you're right. We could check in on him as well.
No,
At the same
Well,
time.
I mean, he's
God.
sleeping,
He's
so.
sleeping, don't be-
well,
Well,
we
I
want
think
to.
you don't want to wake him up.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
nice
yeah,
to see.
maybe just Yak can
I wanna
check on him
actually-
real quick,
actually-
and the rest of us should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've changed my mind. We lead the Catwoman to the guy's door, and we want her to knock. And I say to the Catwoman, "Can we do that?"
I
Yeah.
use my sleight of hand to like get into the room and close it before
Wait,
they
no, I've got
notice.
an idea. We're gonna kill the Catwoman. Wait.
Okay,
No,
I'm
kill
confused.
Catwoman.
Do you want to go and see Gailby, the child, or do you want to see Ebder, her father?
Let's go see the child.
Father.
Okay,
No,
well.
we're not seeing the father.
And we all need to see the. I want to see a reaction.
No.
All right, we'll tell you what. Let's go see the child first,
Okay,
and we
yeah,
can go and
yes.
see the father afterwards. So she takes you down
I'm laughing
into,
like that.
and as she does, she explains. So Gailby's parents both worked here in the cellars long before I came here to study. The mother, sad business, died last summer. Gailby sort of has been in a room by herself since then. She's a good kid, but mostly looks after herself. And as she gets to the door, she knocks and says, "Gailby, are you in there?" And there is just quiet coming in the room until you hear suddenly a high-pitched child's voice singing almost mechanically Shemshime's bedtime rhyme.
I kicked down the door.
All right.
Oh.
Inside,
Right.
you can see obviously a children's bedroom, unmade bed, piles of clothes, a writing desk in the corner with a little dragon marionette on top of it, and covered in what looks like hand-drawn pictures. And otherwise, it seems as the door slams open, you think you see for a second a figure of what looks like a little girl, and then it clears as smoke and dissipates, and the room is otherwise empty.
Oh, damn it. Oh, I was going to kill the child.
Don't worry, Cray. Maybe you'll get to kill the child later. I know you want to kill that child.
I push Janny in first because she's freaky. I push Janny into the room first. She goes in first.
All right, Janny, you walk into the room and you're standing by the drawings and on the writing desk in the center of the room.
What do you see, Janny?
It's very cold.
True.
What's in there?
So I'm looking at the drawings to see if there's any clues to where we can go.
The drawings are done in loud colored paint in a child's style, and they are very crudely drawn. One of them shows a man whose feet have been cut off with blood spurting from his ankles. Another shows a young boy wound up in clothes that are tangled in the bottom of a riverbed, desperately trying to reach the surface. And another shows a woman cowering with a stump on her hand while a dog on a chain stands in front of her with a steak on a plate in her feet. And in all of the drawings, you can see that there is what looks like just on the, to the side of the drawing by a tree, or just in the background, is what looks like a very tall black silhouette of a man or a sort of humanoid creature with very long arms and very long legs.
So it's different places, but
it's in each of the pictures, yeah.
But okay. And the child's nowhere around is.
Make for me because of your sort of Warlock Kalashtar connection, just make for me an Arcana check, we'll call it. We'll call it Arcana.
Oh, 12.
All right.
Sorry, 11. Sorry.
11.
You could. All right. So the child, it doesn't seem to be in the room, but you do get a sense that the child is sort of phasing in and out in a way that's similar to the way that you were seconds ago. But at a 13, you're not quite sure how to bring the child back into the room.
Okay. So, signal everyone else to come in.
Use your magic. I say, I'm not stepping inside that room. Oh, hell no.
It's too cold, is that why?
I'm chilly, yeah. So I don't want to get exhausted again.
What about the bard? What's your name? Serena or
Yup,
something?
hello,
Yeah.
yup.
You do something, huh?
Serena, I step in and I also investigate the room. Can I roll a perception? Is it perception or?
Yeah, you can make an investigation check if you want.
Investigation.
Which is a skill I think you have.
Yeah. Oh damn. It's only 7.
God,
I can do. Oh, 10. It's 10.
10.
the mages suck.
They're useless.
Seems like the only things people are good at is when killing each other.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, so you're both inside the room, and the boys are sort of like very heroically hiding behind the door, too scared to go into the room, staring into it, which means I need both the boys to make for me a perception check of their own.
Oh, perception.
Damn it. 5.
I got a 19.
Whoa!
Right, Kaskin completely misses this, but Baz, you suddenly, the small hairs on the back of your neck stand upright, and you turn around and look down the worm tunnel, that very, very dark, badly lit tunnel that leads into this area, and you can see about 15 feet down the tunnel, there are 3 figures. 2 of them look like shadows of men standing at attention, and by their feet and legs is a small figure of a girl in a white dress, and she's holding a book with a brass cover.
Oh my god! I found the girl. She's down here. Wait, where is the? What am I actually looking into?
This is the corridor leading down into the area where all of the Avowed's bedrooms are.
I kind of signaled to the rest of the group that I've spotted her down this corridor without trying to make too much noise.
I arm myself and get prepared for panic.
Now you're trying to not break eye contact. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, so I need you to make for me a dexterity check to do this successfully.
Cool.
Come on, it's a big pool.
A 1. A 6.
Oh, God.
I have +5. I look at the lowest number possible. So I got a 1.
All right.
I got
so
6. So.
Yark tries to.
I blink. I get something in my eye.
You do. You blink, and the moment that you blink, it's like the fucking angels in Doctor Who, which is to say that the moment that your eyes blink, suddenly the two shadows are in front of you.
Oh, shit.
And
Oh, damn.
The girl is still where she was standing, and they both attack Yark instantly with their extra long, tangly limbs, and they attack you simultaneously. So one of them rolls a 17 for their attack. The other one misses on a 5, but
Yes!
the 17 is going to hit. So Yark, you take some necrotic damage as we go into combat. I think you're going to take 9 points of damage, but also it saps some of your strength as well. So I'm afraid to say that for this combat as well, you're going to do 2 less damage.
Oh, no. Our biggest damage dealer. Damn it.
I thought that was you.
No, I'm tank. I'm tank.
No, I have more health than you, actually.
Completely lost
I have
confidence in
39.
himself.
What?
No, you're not to take all the damage, mate.
What the fuck do I do? Man, I just act like an idiot.
You throw a spear, you flirt with barmaids, and that's about it. All right, now we're going to. That's right. You have a family.
I do.
Yeah, you're doing all this.
Now, Kaskin and Serenade got the highest initiative last time. We'll use the same initiative. So Kaskin and Serenade spring into action together.
Oh, let's do this again, Serenade.
Yeah, high five.
High five. Man, what am I finna do? Are they solids or are they?
They're shadow beasts. So you can attack them. You can only attack them with magical weapons, but luckily
Oh, I got
for
a cursed
you,
spear.
you have a cursed spear and Serenade has a moon-touched rapier, so they both count as magical
I'm
weapons.
gonna smack him with my spear. That's number 1. I'm gonna smack him with that.
Yeah, give it a good smack.
I'm gonna smack him. To hit, I hit a 22,
That'll hit.
and damage I hit a 6 + 5 for 11.
That's great. Okay, so you stab through and you realize that you can hurt them as they rear back and one of them screeches in pain, looking
Yes.
very close to collapsing.
I
Serenade,
grin.
what do you...
Sexily.
Sexily.
Serenade, ignoring his sexy grin, what do you do?
Can I? Is it enthrall? So I kind of like charm.
You can try to...
No, or should I just go for an attack?
It's up to you.
I'll try to go for an attack then.
All right, great. So you draw your moon touch rapier as moonshine glows from its blade.
Mm-hmm.
Attack the one I attacked. Make sure we.
Yeah, I'll try and attack the one that
Kaskin.
Kaskin attacked.
Kaskin.
Kaskin,
Baby.
yes.
Yep, Kaskin's already looking... That one's already looking pretty damaged, so...
Yeah, I
hit
attacked
an
that
armor
one.
class of 12.
Sorry.
So you've just got to beat an armor class of
So
12.
you're gonna roll.
Okay, so what do I have to roll? Do I?
Just roll next to the your moon touch rapier. There's a little... Oh, actually, I can roll it for you. Here, I'll do it.
Okay.
It's fine. So you roll a 17, which hits.
Yes.
And you do... As you very quickly pepper it with little piercing stabs, you do
Yeah,
6
cha.
points of damage. Cha, 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 cha.
Cha cha cha.
And
Nice.
that successfully kills as it dissipates into wispy smoke.
Yes.
I high five Kaskin, yeah.
I wink at her too at the same time.
Oh.
She's a little bit charmed. A little bit.
Okay.
I'll roll for persuasion. I'll roll for persuasion. I rolled a 15. That hits.
Oh.
Oh, well, I don't know. She was definitely impressed and is less impressed as time goes on. So the shadow
So it's the story of my
attacks.
life.
Yeah.
All right, the shadow turns around and attacks you, Kaskin. With its strength drain attack, it rolls a 19, which is going to hit you. So you take 2d6 plus 2 damage, and you also get the strength drain effect, unfortunately. So that means you take 9 points of damage, and you also will do 2 points less damage until the end of this, till you get a chance for a rest, or you get some kind of magical healing. Yark, you... You're your own woman, Serenade. You don't need to delegate yourself to
already
becoming a
did
head
my
character.
About my
job.
wife and kid anymore, Serenade. It's me and you.
Oh, no. It's not my turn yet. It's not my turn.
No, it's Yark's turn. Yark, what do you want to do?
So I kind of get the sense that none of my weapons are going to be of any use against these this last shadow guy. So I still did pick up the necklace from earlier. Can I kind of investigate to see if that in any way can help me in this situation?
Yeah, you can. Make for me I think we'll call that we'll call it a straight intelligence check.
Intelligence. Where even is my intelligence? Oh, yeah.
Come on, Baz.
I got a 1.
Oh,
so
no, you got a 7.
Yeah, I think it's plus. Wait, why did I? Oh no, I got a 7. No, yeah.
You know what? Actually, you look at it, you turn around, it has a dwarven rune on it, so you realize it's a dwarven. They're thin metal plates on wire, and they have dwarven runes on them, which means that you can have advantage, basically.
Oh,
roll again.
perfect.
Roll again. Take it.
You get one more go.
Oh, good. I got a 2.
Oh.
Well, I can't help you, Yark. You can throw it to somebody else. So
I continue to keep looking at it and refuse to give it up to somebody else.
That makes sense. That means it's Janny's go.
God damn it.
So we're just still dealing with that one. That one.
There's one more shadow. Yeah, Yark is obsessively looking at an amulet.
You didn't even hit it at all, did you?
Because it's a shadow, so none of my attacks would have actually done anything to it.
Oh, I see.
You still don't have. You have more magic items than anybody, but you don't have a magic weapon, do you?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I've used them in various situations.
Oh, don't you have your dagger, or did you? No, you lost it in Vanderbilt.
Lost it.
You should have put a blanket on it, maybe.
No, I would have gone straight through shadow. Trust me, I thought about that. Trust me.
He's thought about everything.
True. Big brained.
Hey, magic work on the shadow?
Yes, magic will work on the shadows.
Alright, let's blast him.
What are you going to blast with?
My Eldritch Blast, man.
All right, great. You make an Eldritch Blast attack. You just got to beat armor class 12.
Yep.
Or I'm going to die.
Maybe, yes.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Janny's Eldritch Blast plinks off the shadow as the little girl takes a big step back and looks like she's about to try and run. She's still holding the book. She's very much real. This is not the smoky version of her. This is a little girl who's standing in the corridor holding a book.
Where's
Kaskin?
the furry?
The Tabaxi, that's a good point. The Tabaxi runs forward at that point with their magical shillelagh and misses. Are you happy, Kaskin?
God
what a wonderful character.
I'm going to show her the dead old man, and I'm going to show the kid. What abilities do I have? I got to have something crazy good. I got to have.
You've got some abilities. You've got your action surge, which you've already used. You've got improved crit. Do you have anything? Yeah, no. I think you've got charging. You're a charger. You've got that going on.
I don't know if I want to charge. I'll probably die. I wanna. Can I try to disarm him somehow? Can I disarm this big bastard?
You can try and. I'll let you make an acrobatics check to run through the shadow if you want to get at the girl.
Yeah, I want to grab the little kid. Grab that little...
Okay, make an acrobatics check for me.
Acrobatics. Where's that? Yeah, and I flip over him.
Yeah.
Where's acrobatics? Oh, there it is. Bonus +4. Let's go. Oh, I hit a 22.
Kaskin was always a natural acrobat, so Kaskin reaches forward, then bounces off the haft of his spear over the shadow's head and lands on his shoulder, turns it into a little tumble, and then lands on top of the girl, pinning her to the ground with the book just before she's about to bolt in terror. Serenade, you go at the same time.
Kill the big bastard! I scream.
Can I just try and put it to sleep so we can walk past it?
Yeah, you can try and cast sleep on it if you want.
Yeah, I'd like to do that, please.
All right,
second level.
Put something to sleep all this adventure.
Do I just press cast or?
So the way you roll it is it's actually I think it's a save. So
intelligence.
No, you just roll for me, or in fact I will roll it for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So we just need to roll. It's such a weird spell. This one. It's you roll a certain amount of hit points. So you just got to roll on top of them. So let me just quickly see. And the last shadow, I was looking at this at the same time. The shadows are immune to a lot of things, but they're not immune to sleep magic.
Huge.
So
What a huge
Presume-
goal.
Get wrecked.
Go, Lisa.
they come from the world of dreams, I suppose. And so, well, this spell
They should
on
go
a
night.
this spell on a normal living creature will usually put them to sleep. Something else happens to the shadows.
Oh, shit.
Which is no, it's good, but they start to lose their corporeal form and they turn into smoke. And it starts to panic as it realizes it's happened, as it falls back into the shadow phase, the realm of dreams, and it loses its connection with the prime material plane.
Oh,
So you've one-hit it, you've banished it from the world. And
Big
on the
sleep call.
on the other side, you can see Kaskin is holding the kid who is locked in terror with the book as Kaskin very carefully and firmly. What does he do?
I'm going to take the book and reek it out of her hands and throw her over my shoulder and walk back to the group.
Oh.
Okay, who are you throwing the book to?
No, I'm just going to take the book. I'm going to throw the little kid over my shoulder. I'm going to walk back over and I'm going to give the book to Janny and say, "Fix it."
As a fighter, I have reached the limits of my usefulness.
And Serenade, heal me. I'm dead. I'm bleeding. I'm covered in blood and shit.
You're covered in a lot of blood, yeah, and both you and Yak are still suffering from the strength training attack. And you're exhausted, and you have hypothermia. So, while all of this is happening, Janny, you grab the book, and do you want to open it?
Yeah.
All right, you gingerly open the book, and you're startled to discover as you open it that it is not actually a book. It's a wooden pop-up piece of artifice, a sort of tinker's toy. It has all of these little scenes that start to play, and a little built-in music box in the spine starts to play as soon as it opens. And unfortunately, there's nothing you can do because it plays immediately, but you're already affected by it. It is, of course, the tune of Shemsham's bedtime rhyme. And the little pop-up displays show you visions that are drawn in a kind of cute, cartoony style, but are sadly still the images that you saw in your nightmare of a farmer's death, his wife's mutilation, his son's drowning. And there's a fourth scene as well that you can see. There's a little girl standing in the milling room, the room where they grind corn into flour. But as the song reaches this part, you notice that there's a horrible dent in the music box, and the cogs catch, and then it starts the song again at the beginning. It seems like it's damaged and something is preventing the song from finishing itself.
Well, the farmer's definitely the dead people I got in my backpack. That's
What?
I'm looking over Janny's shoulder with the kid over my shoulder. I say, "Well, the picture there with the farmers, I got them in my backpack, and the kids."
You sure you got all of them?
Yeah, I got all their bones. I got every bit of them. And wait, explore the book for an amulet like Baz has, like Yak has.
The necklace.
You're going to look for a necklace in the book?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like any of the characters are wearing dwarven amulets, so no, that doesn't seem to be a connection. As I said, you're only...
You
What are
guys
you gonna
messed me for too long. I put the little girl down,
Okay.
and I take her hand, and I'm going to open up the door where her dead dad is.
You're going to take...
Oh my god.
I'm going to shock her into submission.
She's already possessed.
She needs to tell us
She
some
doesn't
answers.
need
She
to
needs-
see.
Okay, before I do that, I kneel down to the little girl's level and I say, "Little girl, you're going to tell me what's happening, or you're going to see some things, and you don't want to see it, so you're going to have to tell me, and do it now or else." That's what I'm going to say to the little girl.
And she leans into you and she whispers in a tiny voice, "Does the shadow have a name, Shemshime?"
Oh, that's it. That's it. You little shit. That's it. I take her hand. I open up the door. There's her dead dad on the floor, and I make her look at her dead dad.
Wonderful. You started this adventure by saying that you were good with kids, is that right?
He had a kid. He's got one. He has a
You
child.
do have a kid. I forgot, yeah.
A kid of his own.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
she's possessed, and she shocks awake, right? My
while Kaskin walks the child into, I guess, the senior librarian's bedroom where he's left the corpse of her dad, are you guys doing anything with the book?
Yeah. Let's while that happens, let's I guess like the song needs to play out and total? Is that what needs?
That's-
or
I
does,
think we need the end.
or does
So the thing that's preventing the end of the song, as I said,
Cogs.
is the cogs are slightly damaged.
Oh, we need to find a replacement cog.
They hear me laughing in the background as I.
You suddenly hear in the distance you hear a scream, and then you suddenly see Caskin dash out of a room. Caskin.
And I lock her in the room with her dead dad.
Okay,
Oh,
sure.
God.
Mom.
I mean, we don't need to see that scene. That's in your character's
While that's happening,
backstory.
can I search my bag for any like tools or anything that might be able to fix the
Yeah,
cog, or is
you
it-
have some Tinker's tools, I
I
believe.
thought
So
this would
you
wake
Yeah.
her up. It's not working. My theories suck.
well, their theory is working quite well because they're repairing the book while you're doing this, Caskin.
Yeah.
Make for me a stealth check because it's essentially the same as using your thieves' tools.
Yeah. That is a 17.
All right.
Whoa.
You very carefully, Yak, take the book and you find the cogs and you realize that there is a little, you sort of take a tiny hammer from your jeweler's kit, hammer out the chassis and slip the cogs back over themselves, close the book, and with a tiny little jeweler's screwdriver, rewind it and then open the book again. Because as a dwarf, you know how to do all of this kind of stuff.
Yes.
This is sort of secondhand to you.
Mhm.
Well done, well done.
And as you do that, you grab so you grab the book and you open it and it starts to play again. And this time, however, as it plays through the entire story, telling the fate of this poor family, it keeps playing. And I'm just trying to find very quickly, cover for me while I find the end of the rhyme. But it finishes out, and this time it spins around, and you see the little figure in the pop-up book of a girl who looks quite a bit like Galeby, but with red hair instead, standing in a miller's room, as it says, "See a daughter grinding grain, wish the spirit's time was through, trap set for the shadow bane, her millstone killed it true." And as she says it, the book winds around and the dark, tall-limbed figure is drawn underneath the heavy weight of a millstone and ground into cornflower and disappears forever as the girl cheers. And with that, the book finishes its story and with a spring snap, snaps itself shut again. And you can see that on the cover of it is a symbol of a blessed millstone, which is this sign of the god Shantea, who is the god of agriculture.
Oh, well, that's nice.
So she ground the Shemshine into corn, and her millstone killed it true as he died under the heavy weight. And with that, suddenly, Janny, you get the sense that by playing the thing through, something else has happened because the scream of the girl in the other room has gone quiet. And suddenly there is a huge splintering, slamming sound as a great weight smashes itself against the door of Varnir's bedroom.
Oh my
I
god.
open up the door.
Oh no.
I think I actually something squashed the child. I open up the door and have a little peek in.
Caskin walks in to see the room. He can see that the father's body is still on the bed, undisturbed, but the girl is nowhere to be seen.
God damn
And
it.
standing in where she was standing in the room, walking towards him, for he's still manic at this point. Caskin, who is slightly losing his mind, humming as he is the song of Shemshine's bedtime rhyme under his breath. He is powering the steps forward of the creature, which is standing in the room, walking towards him as it reaches out with ice cold claws that wrap themselves around your throat, Caskin. You have a second to act. You have a second to act before it will get there.
I dodge!
Okay. Yeah, you obviously, but on top of that, you can do something if you want.
And then as I dodge back, I dodge back and I throw a dagger at it.
Okay, make an attack.
Come on, lucky hit! I hit for 15.
15 hits as the dagger flies through Shemshine's slightly smoke-like body. Shemshine is kind of a figure from a nightmare, very tall, all long limbs, long fingers, long arms, and a face that just seems to be a more a big, jagged mouth with and 2 tiny eyes, but nothing else. Otherwise, just shadow and dark flame. And he steps forward. The dagger clatters down beside him. You can see... Did you roll for damage, Kaskin?
Yes, I only hit a 4.
A 4. You can see that the damage did hit him, but he doesn't even seem to notice it as the dagger falls behind him as he walks forward. Serenade, you're moving at the same time as Kaskin, so you can go.
I'd like to try and jab him with my moon-touched rapier.
Wonderful. Make the attack.
Attack. Pause.
Pause as I press it.
Pausing. 17.
17 hits. Yep,
Yeah.
great. So Serenade hits as well with the magical sword, which is enough to damage the creature, and she rolls d8 plus 2, which is 6 more points of damage. And Yark. Oh no, but at this point now, however, its fingers have closed around Kaskin's neck as it
I thought I dodged.
reaches.
Oh, God
It
damn
reaches. Well, we'll see if you did. It reaches deep, reaches towards you, and it pulls its mouth to Kaskin's ear as it starts to whisper into Kaskin's ear. And Kaskin, make for me a wisdom saving throw, DC 13.
Wisdom! It's... come on, lucky roll! Oh my god, I only hit an 8. That's enough right though. Dungeon Master, that's enough, the 8.
As Kaskin spins around, his eyes glowing dark as well as he throws a javelin from the loop on his backpack, kicks it up into the air, grabs it with his hand, and throws it at full strength into Serenade's shoulder.
Sorry, Serenade!
You
should have healed me!
I couldn't!
All right, Kaskin rolls a 14 to hit, which is enough to hit Serenade. Unfortunately, the javelin does another 7 points of damage to Serenade.
Oh my god.
Now, it's 5 points of damage
So how much
because
do I
Kaskin
take?
is weak. So you only take 5 points of damage
you're
because
lucky.
Kaskin's strength
You're
is
lucky.
slightly
You're like, I'm
drained.
weak.
Never heal me.
I healed you before, you ungrateful.
I didn't loyal Serenade.
My god.
All right, Yark, you're up.
So is the thing we're fighting like another shadowy kind of figure
This
again?
is Gem
So-
Shine. This is the figure you've
This
seen
is the
before.
big doggy. This is the boss.
So
Use everything.
will any of my equipment actually do anything to it?
It might have resistance to non-magical weapons, but it will. You don't forget, you still have, like I said, you've still got the amulet.
I just didn't figure. We didn't figure out what that. I just know it's like dwarven related, so I'd have to investigate again.
Yeah, I'll let you. For your turn, you can investigate again if you want with advantage.
Can I put a blanket over Kaskin's head in the meantime?
Yes, that's a great
I would
idea.
like to do that to prevent him at least for a moment from. You're attacking us. What do you mean?
That's an
So
excellent idea.
I want to throw my blanket towards him, towards his head to cover him.
All right,
kind of distract him.
Kaskin, are you trying to stop this, Kaskin?
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the bag to the head. It's happened to me a few times in bedroom. I'm used to it.
All right, you're moving slow. In that case, yeah, I won't make you roll for it. He's drained, and he's actually at the moment his neck is being held by Shemshine.
He
So
has a blanket over his head.
you cover his head with a blanket, and you can also make, if you want, for me, that quick intelligence roll with advantage.
I will. Intelligence is up here. Okay, first one was 13. And then, okay, highest is 13.
13. Okay, 13 will do it at this point. So this is an old dwarven charm. It's a protection from shadows and evil. If you wear it, it will mean that you can interact with creatures from the shadow plane, but it also means
That's OP.
that whoever wears it is immune to shadow possession.
I will wear.
Don't
I
on
will
my
wear it.
neck!
No, I will wear it.
God damn it!
Yark, as he has done so many times before, claims the magic item for himself. Janny, you're up.
So the creature, did you say he was he a shadow? Did you say like he's
Shadow
cold?
Realm Demon.
He was-
Yeah.
yeah. So he's
I
not-
hate to like delve into the world of very old memes, but he's Slender Man-esque, if you get the sort of sense of it.
but he's not like a physical.
He's kind of he keeps phasing in and out. At times he looks like he's smoke, and at times he looks like he's just a figure in the dark. The corridor is still very dark, and it seems like the glowworms get darker where he is. So it's
okay.
but you can attack him with your spells. You can attack him with your weapons.
Yeah, because I have like one, but it's just like Yeah, he's not inorganic material, is he, or anything like that? He's not like stone or anything.
No.
Oh, a shatter spell? A shatter
Yeah.
spell might work against him because he's also got this kind of the music, the sort of clockwork music around him, the way he moves is sort of puppet like. So you could give it a go.
Yes, I'd like to try that. Yes.
All right,
Shatter
great.
him. And everyone nearby. Oops. Sorry.
God damn it.
Close your ears.
God damn it. Let me prep some earplugs.
Okay, so it's a 10-foot radius, so it's only going to hurt Kaskin and Shemshime.
That's fine.
And so make for me a Constitution saving throw, Kaskin.
Please.
I'll make one for Shemshime. Shemshime fails.
Oh, I hit a 14.
Kaskin succeeds.
Yes!
So roll do you want to roll, or shall I roll the 3d8? Just do the damage for me.
Got it.
You roll it for me. Oh, wait, no, sorry.
No, it's mine.
Sorry.
No, Kat's making the roll.
It's just 7.
Oof.
7 on 3d8?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, God.
All right, in that case, Kaskin, you take 3 points of damage.
Oh, my God, I'm so close to death.
Shemshime takes another 7 points of damage, and Shemshime is now looking pretty crook as well. But also, the smoke, unlike the other shadows, as he sings and you can hear the ticking in his heart, it feels like there's a mechanical music box heart. The smoke wraps itself around him and he seems to be regenerating as well. It seems like these weapons can harm him, but you're not sure that they can kill him. And the next one up is Kaskin.
Am I still being choked out?
No. Sorry, the shadow exploded
It
back.
exploded back. Yeah.
It flew back away from you, and also the shock of the damage again woke you up.
That's it. I'm going to use my charging ability and stab through where I can hear the chimey noise coming from.
The clockwork heart? Yep.
Yeah, with my cursed, straight out of an anime, you know,
You didn't.
like powerful.
You also have a blanket on your head.
Yeah, and I've got a blanket on my head. It looks so badass. As I grab the blanket, I throw it into the air, and it goes whoosh, in the air, like, trust me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We trust you. We trust you.
So I use charging.
Yes.
Does that deal
With
any
advantage.
damage?
It means with advantage. And it means you're going to move Shemshime with this attack as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll to hit with the spear.
Yep.
I hit an 18,
That hits.
and then I roll piercing. I hit a 13 damage.
Amazing. Okay, so Shemshime flies backwards as the magical spear pierces through its clockwork heart, and it flies backwards, smashing into Librarian Vermeer's personal bookshelf, which is this huge oaken ceiling-to-floor bookshelf that is absolutely covered in books and all the works that she's restoring. And it smashes back against them and collapses on the ground. And for a second, it's still, but then unnaturally, its spine cracks in 3 places as its head comes up in a strange angle, and it gets up on one leg and then up on one hand like a spider as it starts to slowly repair its spine, and it's slowly putting itself together again. All of you look in horror at it, unaware that you are all at this point chanting the words to Shemshime's bedtime rhyme.
We're gonna
And
kill it
as
quick.
the words come out of your mouths, you can see that it is bringing life force back into the monster as it slowly comes back to life. Serenade, it's disabled and it's at the foot, like I said, it's underneath this bookcase. It's your action.
Can I use True Strike to know what its weakness is?
Yeah, that's it.
Or-
I mean, that's not normally how it works, but I kind of like using spells like that. So yeah, why don't you use True Strike to try and get a bit of a bardic insight?
To know what its weakness is, because obviously the heart isn't like that ticking thing. But I'd like to know more.
I think it's a great idea. So make for me we'll make it actually, in a weird way, I'm going to make this a performance check. And the reason I'm going to do that is because it's about your ability to understand stories. And it's a bard that comes from your performance.
Okay, I'll roll performance. Hopefully I get something good, please. Oh, it's a 2. Oh no.
Oh.
You
10.
learn anything?
Oh no.
Janny, if you give up your turn, you can help her with this. You can confer, but then you'll lose your turn.
Do it.
No, it sounds like that. It sounds like you're on your own. Okay,
no.
it'll take a bit more time is the answer. You're starting to try. You're looking at it. You're trying to work out what's going on, but you'll need a little bit more time as Shemshime continues slowly to come back to life. Yak, it's your turn.
Now that I have my necklace on me, I'm gonna equip my crossbow and just aim for any part of it that I think might do any sort of damage to it.
Great. You rack your pump action hand crossbow.
Like whip it around, a little revolver, like spin it around my finger. It's
Yeah,
really a lot cooler than Casca was doing.
Damn it.
Go for it.
I roll a 20.
Boy, yes.
Yeah.
All right. You fire 3 slugs of your into its arm, and it shrieks in pain, and its whole top of its head segments as its jaw goes from ear to ear in a very sort of strange and upsetting manner. But it still is slowly trying to pull itself from the bookcase. Because of your crossbow bolts, you've pinned one of its hands to the bookcase, and the whole bookcase is shuddering, this huge oak and stone thing. And some books are raining down around the creature as it tries to pull its hand off the bookcase. Janny, you're up.
Am I allowed to use the Cloud of Daggers again or not?
If you have the spell slot... Oh, yeah, you're a warlock. So every combat, you replenish all your spell slots because that's what warlocks do.
If it sounds like we're about to lose, I have an idea, like a last fail-safe, just in case. So,
Okay, that's weird for you to say before I take.
Yeah, I just want to let you know I've got an idea.
All right,
Might
that's
kill
good
us,
to know.
though.
I'm gonna focus on trying to attack it. But yeah, I'd like to use my daggers.
Just so you know, the way warlocks work is you can use any of your spells for those spell slots. So if you want to, you can cast Shatter again. You can cast any of the spells. You don't have to use all your spells once.
Oh, okay. But I think I'm gonna go with the daggers. If that can somehow keep him more up towards that bookcase,
Yep, and he is
pin
pinned
him
in
more towards,
He's pinned in place. So you roll 4, 3, and a 3. So 14 points of damage as he sort of flensed in place as Janny steps forward, flicking her hands, and with each hand a ice dagger appears in the air and darts forward, pinning another part, first of his shoulder, then his cheek, then his neck, towards the bookcase. As she, along with Yark, slowly step forward, just pinning the monster to the bookcase. But it is still trying, as it screams, trying to get out of the way. Kaskin, you're up.
I'm going to rip a bit of my shirt off and stuff my mouth with my shirt so I stop
That's what
talking
I was thinking.
and before I do it, I'm gonna turn around and say, I'm gonna say, stuff your mouth with cloth. So I'm gonna stuff my mouth with cloth, and then I'm going to leap again at it. Now that I've stuffed my mouth and I can't talk or say anything, I'm gonna smash into its heart again with my spear again.
All right, it's up against the bookcase. Remember, so if you charge it, you'll hit it up against it again. But that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna smack it again.
Okay, make your attack one more time. While you're doing this, Serenade's acting as well. Serenade's been using this time to look at it and try and work out what's going on using True Strike. So, Serenade, are you stuffing your mouth as well?
Yeah, I'm stuffing my mouth with the cloth as well.
Okay,
It
wonderful.
seems like a good idea.
Yeah,
He's
stuff
like,
your mouth.
yeah.
Stuff your
His
mouth.
cloth or your own?
No, my own. Oh,
Okay.
not his. Not his. I have my own.
Yeah,
I
definitely
think
don't.
I
He's-
miss. I hit for a 10. I hit for a 10. Damn it.
Okay, the Shemshime's about to get up again, but Serenade, make for me once more that performance check as Bard.
Lisa,
Yep.
pause jab. Hold. Oh no! That's bad roll. That's
Is that the 2 again? Don't forget, you still have advantage, so you can roll again. Oh no, you don't. Sorry, you have advantage now because you've done it for 2 turns.
Okay, can I roll it again on True
You
Strike?
can, but I beg you not to roll a 2 because you rolled a 2 twice.
No, I definitely won't. Can I do a
Roll a big
performance
one.
again?
Yes, you can roll it one more time.
Okay.
This one matters. This counts.
What did you roll, Lisa?
No, this is a good one, I promise. 15.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yes. All right. So you suddenly, just as you're about to stuff your face with your own handkerchief, the words come back to you as a bard as you remember the end of the song. The daughter burying the spirit under the weight of a heavy millstone, and you realize that the only way that Shemshine can be killed is if it's crushed under a great and powerful weight. And you scream this out to the others before slamming a handkerchief into your mouth as Shemshine, with half of its body now pinned to the bookcase, it reaches forward and it slashes at Yark, trying to disembowel him with its maddening touch, which it rolls a 23, which is definitely going to hit. And Yark, you take 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 3 is 13 points of psychic damage.
Psychic damage!
As you start to lose your mind, and Shemshine pulls 2 of the knives of Janny's knives out of its neck, and it's now almost free again. Yark, you're up, then Janny.
So it's still currently got one arm pinned against like a bookshelf.
It's almost fully regenerated, but one of its arms is still pinned to the bookshelf.
Is there anything above it at the moment?
There is a floor to ceiling wooden, like the huge oak bookcase. There are also the room has its own bed, and then there are 2 candles, big wax candles on either side of the room.
And we've identified that we have to crush it with something.
Push the bookcase. Push it.
Can I use... Now, this could either be very good, or it could set the entire room on fire. Can I use go into my inventory and pull out my oil flask and tinderbox and like throw it towards it and cause like some kind of explosion above it?
When you arrived in Candlekeep, they asked you to do one thing.
Look, I know she said no fire, but I mean, look. I mean, if it's me or the books, I'm gonna choose me.
Blow up the bookshelf so it lands on it.
All right. Yark, what are you throwing the tinderbox at?
I'll attempt to. Is there any kind of weak spot on the bookshelf that if I were to shoot at it, it might collapse?
Because it's so overloaded at the top of the bookshelf, the lower shelf is actually is supporting a lot of the weight on just the two sides of the bookshelf.
Okay, in one hand I've got my oil flask, and in the other I've got my crossbow, but I end up deciding to attempt to shoot my crossbow into the weak part of the bookshelf.
Okay, point blank range.
Mm-hmm.
Make an attack for me.
Come on, Baz. Good
and
roll.
while you're doing that, Janny, what are you doing?
I suppose I should distract him of some sort, shouldn't I? He can't. Can this?
Heal me.
How much are you on?
I'm on bloody 11.
On what? Sorry, I didn't hear you. Never mind. I suppose,
just so you know, you still have one more spell. The last spell, because the combat's now gone on for long enough while it's been pinned on the ground, you can cast one more spell if you want.
Okay. I'm just deciding between what.
But you can try and you can do other stuff as well.
I want to keep it where it is. But I also want to. But Caskin's gonna die. I'll give him my armor.
Okay, you cast Armor of Agathis.
Or is that just around me? No.
Yeah, that's only around you. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Let the record show.
God damn it!
You tried to help
Caskin. I thought about it.
Ice blast him.
Alright.
Ice blast his feet.
Why can't he might just move though? Don't want to keep him against the bookshelf.
Is there anything you can do to guide the arrow towards the bookshelf?
Guide the arrow.
Buff.
Do you have any movement?
Buff him.
Buff me.
Buff. I don't think I was helping.
I'll tell you what you can also do if you want is you can delay your action. So you can go after Caskin and Serenade if you prefer.
Can I go first before Caskin?
Yes, I think
because we're at the same time.
After you.
You start. So Yark, first of all, how much damage did you do, Yark?
I hit for 14.
All right, there's a splintering. The timber is holding, but only barely, as the bookcase starts to shake wildly. And Serenade is up next.
Can I use Cure Words on Cray's character? I forgot his name.
Caskin.
Caskin? Yeah. Can I please use
Casket of the Red Sands? Yeah.
Can I use Cure Words because I know that he's hanging for dear life?
All right, so you quickly cast Cure Words on Caskin as life flows back into his veins. Caskin, Oh, by the way, I assume Yak and Jenny, on your actions, are you also stuffing cloth into your mouths, or is this
No.
really just a Caskin and serenading adventure?
Stuff your
I
mouth!
didn't do it. I thought they were just being weirdos, so
No, stuff your mouth!
You
healing.
didn't communicate it properly to
Soul.
me. No, you didn't communicate it properly,
He's
so I
healing.
just thought you're being a weirdo.
Great,
So
wonderful to
I
know.
don't do it,
Wonderful to know. Well, everybody dies. No, so Caskin, it's your go. What are you gonna do?
I mumbled to my allies, and that's all they hear. What am I gonna do, man?
The bookshelf is careening wildly.
Can I
the creature
just-
is starting to get up.
Can I, before Yak does whatever he's bloody doing, can I
already done
just
it.
leap up, grab the top of the bookshelf, and I just want to slam it down on this big prick. I just want to hang on with all my strength and pull him down
Yeah.
and smash
Get it.
him.
WWF energy. All right.
Yeah.
So you just clothesline it with a bookcase. Make a strength check for me.
Come on!
Now, if anybody is
rolls
going,
of
if
one.
anybody is willing to give up their turn to help Caskin and give him a launching foot, he can have advantage.
I
Legend.
will not do that.
Oh! I rolled a. Okay, somebody do it. We need somebody to do it. Somebody do it.
Well, you're 13.
Some-
Pretty high. You're gonna roll higher than that.
No, I need to hit the bookshelf. Someone, give me a saving
All right,
throw.
fine. There you
Yes,
go.
Janny puts her. She slides forward.
Janny sighs, rolls her eyes, and then sort of uses her mage hand to give you a leg up as you dive forward. You can with
16.
advantage. And Caskin grabs the bookcase as life flows back into his hands, replenishing the strength damage that the shadows had already done to him as he pulls the entire bookcase down on Shemshine with the weight of a 600-year-old millstone blessed by Shantia. And as the old story is told again for the first time in 600 years, once more Shemshine is ground into cornflower. There is a rippling feeling of wind through the air as all of the glowflies in the room suddenly flare into light as you realize just how dark it's become. And as that wind whips around, the book in the corridor flies around until it's lying in front of the bookcase as Shemshine tries to rise up from the bookcase, its power and energy failing it. And as it reaches towards Caskin, sensing the weakest heart, the easiest to turn, as its claws begin to grasp around Caskin's neck, there is a roaring sound like the rush of water as the entire creature is sucked into the book that slams shut, clasping itself shut again with Shemshine's bedtime rhyme emblazoned on it as it locks the creature back inside the book. And congratulations, you have managed to defeat Shemshine and return some order to Candlekeep.
We did it.
We did it! Adventure completed!
Vanir comes in and she says, "Oh, you've saved us. And obviously you were too late, for I see that they have killed poor Obden. But that's... No, you did what you could, and you will be rewarded."
Yes.
I throw a spear at her and go into combat once again.
Shut up.
At that moment, you pass out from your wounds. The adventure's over. You can kill the librarian next adventure, Casca.
Yay! That was awesome. That was really good.
That was brilliant.
That was great fun. That was for anybody that was watching. That's we are playing Candlekeep Mysteries, which is a collection of 17 mystery-themed D&D adventures for characters for all levels. It's out now. You can get it at bit.ly/Candlekeep Mysteries all in, I think is the link. Thank you very much. That was real fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Thank you, and thank you for always being our dungeon master. It's always a great
God.
time.
It's a challenge. I'm Cray. It's a challenge.
Oh,
You've
are
got to
making-
piece together the
Which
story
part is
after
the
Craig
challenge?
kills everyone.
You are making me learn different ways to resolve a character's burning desire to kill innocent people.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pleasure. I'm surprised you can go this far with all of us. I'm surprised.
Nah, it's good. It's good. And so you all get you get rewarded. By the way, you all get you're given 100 gold coins. You all level up.
Yes!
And you get hit
Level 5.
Level 5. Nobody, Yark, seems to notice that you've stolen a blanket and a priceless magical amulet, which you're able to get out of the place.
I'm so sick
God.
of him getting ambulance at the
And bread. I stole bread earlier.
And you learn of a laboratory. You find in the book, Jenny, that there is a laboratory that the Harpels created that is in Calamshan, underneath Calamshan, which you believe holds the secret to unlocking the Harpel wish, if you ever want to pursue it. And they, as thanks, the Candlekeep sages agree to transcribe the book, which has directions to this laboratory, and give you a copy of it before you leave.
Ooh.
Lovely.
We've had this like ring wish thing for so long.
It's a powerful thing. If you can get it working, you can make one wish for anything and it will come true.
That's a lot of pressure. I don't even know if I want to
Give me
find
the
it,
most powerful
honestly.
spear in the game. That'd be sick.
Thank you for that, Dave.
No, thank you very
Dave.
much.
Thank you.
That was really, really good. I like
Thank you,
that.
Lisa, for joining us first time.
Yay.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Surprised when you say yes, Dave, to be honest with you.
Look,
Yeah.
this is not, I've got to say, this is not that dissimilar from my experience of playing with the Dragon Friends. So it seems like it's my lot to play with psychopaths.
Psychopaths.
Which one?
Jan,
No, you're all-
of course.
Yeah, that's who I mean, Cray.
Well, it's been lovely, guys. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Until next time, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
you.
Bye, everyone. Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Chat. Thank you, everyone, for coming. That was very different. I'm just gonna bounce. You know what I mean, chat. I'm not gonna try to boost up from this viewership. You know what I mean? It was very fun. It was cool doing something different, experimenting. You know what I mean? But to everyone that actually enjoyed it and sat here, especially you guys from the very beginning, I know it's very, 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 very different to what I normally do. Can I get a true from that? Like, completely 180 content, but I had fun, and I think that's all that matters at the end of the day sometimes, you know? It was a really chill stream for me. I had a blast. I love using your imagination in Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. At Hurt, I'm just a big geek, a big nerd, you know what I mean? And I love stuff like this. I think everyone in the chat knows that at heart I'm a big geek, and I love this kind of stuff, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed listening. 3 hours. It was meant to go for 2, by the way. It was only meant to go for 2. We were meant to be done in 2, but when you start talking in Dungeons and Dragons, you just lose it. You know, you lose yourself in the game. Thank you, everybody. And round of applause for D&D for sponsoring us. You know what I mean? Thank you very much. It's a very unique sponsor to have. It's a very unique sponsor. It's super different, super different. Not many people get this opportunity, if I'm being quite honest. Please use !D&D in the chat and go to their website and check their stuff out if you're looking to nerd out a little bit. I think even the books are just cool. I don't know if you guys will find them as cool as I find them, but just having them is fucking rad. It's really cool. And believe me, I don't use the word rad often, you know, but thank you very much, guys. I'll be streaming tomorrow. Normal streams. Again, thank you, D&D. Until next time, guys. Stay Cray. Bye, everyone. Stay Cray, guys. Until next time, yeah? Catch ya. Much love to each and every one of you guys. Have a great day, everyone. Catch ya now. Catch ya. I'm going to host up Fruity, by the way. Bye, everyone.